should know. I have never really liked you at all. I cannot hide it anymore. I've been thinking about the future, trying to forget about the past. So many ways that I could change for the better.
This is a true crime discussions channel. We speculate. This is all just speculation. Because it's true crime, it's for mature audiences only. There will be no children allowed, no exceptions. Everything on this channel falls under fair use. Please remember to like, comment, subscribe, and share. It's free.
Hey y'all, I hope you're doing good today. It's nice to see you all here. Let me change my background. Let's do the gingerbreads today. I like that. I hope y'all do. Hey Bad Girl and Rubber and Zio and Hazel Eyes and Abellis and Jenny Jen and Bad Girl. It's good to see you all. Indie Girl, Shell Wilson, Nanny Goat, Indie Girl again. What are y'all doing today? It's good to see y'all all, my lovelies. Y'all getting ready for Christmas? I was today. I made a little Christmas ornament for members only because it was like my first time making it. And I figured if you're a member of my channel, maybe you won't pick on me too much. So with that, we'll get started. Oh, hold on. Well, I'll go ahead and drop this too. I clicked the wrong button, but we are going to talk. We're going to continue going over the interviews and information I have on Madeline Soto. I have a weird video. It says that they're delivering the arrest warrant for Stefan. I need to get it because, like, I can put it out even though I don't really know what it is. Hold on, I'm getting this pulled up for y'all. And maybe y'all could tell me what it is. Claudia, you snuck right in on me. Good morning. It's good to see you. Yep, I saw that little ornament was, I was just trying to, because the Yule theme of Christmas, see, there's a video right there. The Yule theme of Christmas is to bring the outside inside. So that's kind of what I was trying to do. And I knew it was cedar, but I couldn't smell it outside. And I brought it in and boy, it smelled nice. I got the kids stuff ready for them to make some. And we soaked pine cones in essential oils. So we're going to do that too. Hopefully I can make a video on that. All right, so we listened to the 911 call, and then yesterday we did the best friend interviews. So we'll go back to this one. We saw them break this down. I want to break this down with y'all and watch the body language. Oh, I went back. I hate when that happens. Hold on just a minute. No. So this video. Okay, it might have started that way. Now I know I'm on the right one. Let me make it big so y'all can see it all. You've been lurking for a little while. Well, thank you for dropping in and saying hello. So you don't like my ornament? You don't like my ornament? Or me and you gonna have to fight? I'll change it to this one now. All right. So this is going to be where they go to the police station to tell them that Madeline is missing. Now, I don't know about y'all, but I think Jennifer knew something. I think Jennifer knows something. I think she knew something all along. I don't know if she knew Maddie was gone at this time. I kind of want to watch her body language and see what we think. So I want y'all to tell me if you think you can tell by her body language that she's hiding anything, possibly lying, anything like that. Yeah, Claudia, thank you for coming out of the bushes and joining us over here at the kitchen table over here at the Speculating Family House.
They said it looked like 5 or 6 kids at the park. All right,
oh no, Zaire.
Give me a second, bro. Hey, go ahead.
All right.
Finish up with this and I'll give you a call. Are you able to pick up call 931, please? I'm currently working possible signal.
Claudia says, in my opinion, she definitely knew what was happening to Maddie, and she knew what happened to Maddie that night. You think so? Thank you for sharing your opinion. Sarah said, please don't forget to hit the thumbs up. Please don't forget to do that so we get out into the algorithm. And hello, Miss Queen Olive Ruth Ann.
Late. Can I hold off on that?
Hey, Cozy.
Just that from the other one? 26. Sorry.
Thank you so much.
Of course. Do they speak English?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Hi there.
Hey there.
Hey there. What's going on?
So, was dropped off close to school this morning, but never made it. I went to pick her up from school.
I'm sorry, one second.
Yeah.
So she is looking up into, I can't remember if it's to the right or to the left, but she's looking up and to the right. I don't remember if that means she's lying or telling the truth, but I would think it means she's recalling a memory. So that could possibly be what she thinks at the time. Claudia says, hey, everyone, I've missed. I only chat if I'm comfortable, and definitely doing your chat. Oh, well, I'm glad you're comfortable here, honey. And then Cozy said, I agree, Jen knew everything.
Go ahead, sir.
Are we looking for another kid or we have a kid?
Looking for another one.
So that was definitely, hey, Tyler, it's Stefan.
Alright, so people are still on the scene, let's put that out. Any possible location.
Hold on, I'm going to rewind that and try to pick up what he's saying. Okay, hold on.
Alright, so people are still on the scene, let's put that out. Any possible location. How long?
I'm trying to get there right now.
Absolutely.
Okay.
All right.
So she was supposed to be dropped off at school, didn't make it to school.
Didn't make it to school. I went to pick her up from school today,
Okay.
and she never came out.
Okay, he said the police are here and we're talking to them now. And then he said, absolutely. And I think he said, I'll give you a call or keep you updated on what the police said. Hazel said he looks so stupid with that cap and those sandals. What an asshole. He is an asshole. That cap looks like a dirty rag. Gross. It does look kind of dirty. He was talking to Tyler, Maddie's dad.
They announced it over the speaker, and I'm just like, maybe she walked here because sometimes she'll walk here to this office.
Uh-huh.
I came here, nothing. I went back to the school, they were closed. I got an email from the school saying she was absent, but I also messaged her teacher, and he looked at her entire attendance today and saw that she was completely not at school today either.
Okay.
So she never made it.
Okay.
So that is all. It looks normal to me, but then again, she's telling him that she went to pick him up and that she wasn't at school, which is factual. She wasn't at school. She did talk to the teacher. They did look at the record. She wasn't there, and she actually did go to pick her up. So far, she looks like she's telling the truth, but she is. Abellis, you are so supportive. Thank you so much. That was so sweet of you to do that. Abella said, Dear Santa, for Christmas, I'd like a pretty name for my friend A.S. Thank you, Santy Paws. Well, I wish I had a pretty name too. I don't like my name. Queen Olive is saying hello. Abella said Stefan's hat was white when he bought it, I tell you.
Okay, what's her name?
Abella, thank you.
Madeline. Madeline.
Madeline. Last name?
Soto. S-O-T-O.
S-O-T-O?
Yeah.
Date of birth.
So he joins in at that time and says Soto. Cozy said she looks worried, but not worried for a missing child. I agree. His hat looks so stupid on his forehead backwards. And, oh, Gorgeous George, hey. I'm going to stop reading so many comments in just a second. Cozy says she's just nervous because she has to tell the story to the cops that they came up with. Right. Gorgeous George, hello, and thank you for being here, said, going back to the very beginning with the report to the police, what does Jen mean by they made an announcement? The school made an announcement for Maddie? Wouldn't they say she wasn't there? I don't know. I'm going to take it back to the beginning. I didn't catch that. That's a good catch. Hey, Ange. And then real quick, Hazel said she's most definitely not worried about Maddie. She's concerned about her and Stephen. That's why. And then last one real quick. Claudia said, I feel like she only emailed the teacher after her mom suggested to. She's remembering what sounds important. Y'all have some great points here. So let's take it back to the beginning. I didn't hear that they made an announcement at the school. Let's see. We don't have to go back that far. Okay. Start right here.
You speak English?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Hi there.
Hey there.
Hey there. What's going on?
So, was dropped off close to school this morning, but never made it. I went to pick her up from school.
I'm sorry, one second.
Yeah.
Go ahead, sir.
Are we looking for another kid or we have a kid?
So she did look away when she said she was dropped off close to the school, but then made straight on eye contact when she said, I went to pick her up. I want to see if she continues making eye contact when she says the teacher said she wasn't there, because we know that's all the truth, right? But if she knows that she was not dropped off close to the school, maybe that's why she's looking away and also trying to remember the story. Zaya said the announcement over the loudspeaker was just asking her to come to the office to see if she was in the building. That makes sense. And thank you for that. Shell said real quick, if she's looking up to recall events, it's her script. Her and Stephen Stearns rehearsed, in my opinion. I'm thinking so too, because she seems to be making eye contact.
Looking for another one.
Otherwise.
Good. Police officer
Before
just
still
showed
on,
up, so
let's
it's
put
gonna
that out.
take it to
In
the
the hospital
Hey, Norma.
How long?
I'm trying to get there right now.
Absolutely.
Okay.
All right.
So she was supposed to be dropped off at school, didn't make it to school.
Didn't make it to school. I went to pick her up from school today,
Okay.
and she never came out. They announced it over the speaker, and I'm just like, maybe she walked here, because sometimes she'll walk here to this office.
Mm-hmm.
I came here, nothing. I went back to the school, they were closed. I got an email from the school saying she was absent, but I also messaged her teacher, and he looked at her entire attendance today and saw that she was completely not at school today either.
Okay.
So she never made it.
Okay. What's her name?
Madeline. MAD.
Okay, so far she's making direct eye contact when she talks about she went to pick her up and that she wasn't there. But she does look to the side to recall something, a script possibly, or events possibly. Jen said, my thing is, why not get down and look on the school camp? Why not get down and look on the school campus? If Maddie would have gone to her grandmother's office, they would have called Jen. Hey, very possible. Hey, Mayla's mom. Thank you for being here. See, they announced it over the speaker. They were just calling to see if she was there. I'm so glad that y'all feel welcome in this chat.
DELINE.
MADELINE. Last name?
Soto. SOTO.
SOTO.
Yeah.
He joins in on Soto.
February 22nd, 2011.
February 27, 2000.
22nd,
Oh, sorry. 22nd,
2011.
2011.
Just her 13th birthday.
Oh, you're good.
1480 Charlie Worldwide. What's the name of the single age?
Madeline Soto, age 13. I'm trying to get a clothing description now. What was she last seen wearing?
26 County Charlie Worldwide. People hit my call 931 something call.
Green hoodie,
Green hoodie,
white Crocs,
white Crocs,
either blue or black pants.
I think black shorts.
Black shorts.
Yeah.
black shorts. Okay.
Okay, she let him say what she was wearing, but then she tries to correct him, even though supposedly you didn't see her that morning. Because you know Stephen got up and took her to school and your ass was in the bed. So why are you correcting him when you didn't even see what she was wearing, supposedly, and he did? I'm wondering, again, that makes me question, and this is a channel about speculation. This is just a speculation. Did she know what Madeline was wearing and say the shorts to throw him off? Cozy said that's the perfect wording for that monster. And Anna said she makes me feel seasick. Yeah. She looks like she wants to laugh, said Anna. Hey, Matilda Marie. Matilda said, did y'all see the docket live this morning? No, I didn't. What happened over there? The docket's also a good channel if you guys want to subscribe to them. And then last one real quick. Mayla's mom said there's no sense of urgency for her. She waits for his walkie to quit going off. I feel like I'd be spitting information. Yeah.
Not sure. All right. Do you know if she has like friends in the area?
She does, but she doesn't know where they live.
She doesn't know where they live. Okay.
I asked all of them.
Okay. Is this like, does she like have any places that you guys know that she'll usually be at? Any friend's house? Any places that like she likes to hang out?
Not typically, no.
No.
Not typically?
No.
Okay. Just give me 1 second. Let me.
I was just looking at him just now. I'll take it back a smidge. He looks scared shitless. And I mean, you got to think he just committed a crime and now he's talking to the police. So, like, look at the fear in his eyes. He almost looks like he wants to cry. He's scared to damn death right now. Let me see what y'all were saying real quick. Matilda Marie said new defense filing in this case about jury instructions. Oh, I'll have to pull it. You know, a great place to get documents is As the Gavel Drops Discord. So I'll pull that and then make sure it's in my Discord and theirs as well if they don't have theirs as well if they don't have it. Claudia said important info she spits out fast and almost scripted. Everything else she stumbles over. Jen already knows her daughter is deceased, says Bad Girl. That's why her emotions aren't natural. Just looking at Acid Body makes me want to stay a lesbian. Looking at Jennifer makes me want to turn straight. No freaking doubt. Oh, yes. Cozy, I have dropped the link if you guys want to come up on panel and share your thoughts and opinions, and I'll play this and drop it again.
Have any places
He's scared to death
that you guys know that she'll usually be at? Any friend's house? Any places that like she likes to hang out?
Not typically, no.
No.
Not typically?
No.
Okay. Just give me 1 second. Let me see if I get some.
Thank you.
No problem. And what school she goes to?
Hunter's Creek.
125.
I dropped the link if anybody wants to come up.
Do you have a picture of her? Can you airdrop it to me?
Yeah, I know. Let me see which picture. I don't know which picture.
You recently probably from
Chill.
a birthday party, right?
Yeah, but I wasn't there, so I have to look at.
But the grandma was there, and that's her right there. She did just have a picture of her up from her 13th birthday that she closed out. Look at her phone. Let me do where he comes right back in. Watch her phone. She has the picture of Maddie from her 13th birthday. She closes out of it and then asks him for a picture. It's the picture where she's in blue standing in front of her birthday cake that we've all seen from her 13th birthday. Shell said, in fact, nobody, I think, hugs Jen once. And I never noticed that. That's a good point to make. Hey, Cozy. Hey, Bama
Hi,
Cat.
how are you?
Good. How are you?
Good.
It's good to see you.
You
Hope you're
too.
doing good.
Good to not see you.
Well, good to see your
I know.
little avatar. Okay. So I'm going to play this. Watch her phone. She closes out the picture of Madeline and then asks Stefan for a picture.
Picture of her?
Watch.
Can you airdrop
Hold on. Right there. I don't know if you can see it, but that's the picture of Madeline with the blue behind her where she's standing in front of the birthday cake. Why is she not giving them that? And then she asked Stefan for a picture. Closed out of it.
Yeah, I know. Let me see which picture. I don't know which picture.
You recently probably from a birthday party, right?
Yeah, but I wasn't there, so I have to.
See? You have one from the birthday party, right? And she says, yeah, but I wasn't there. But you just had one up. Excuse me, what?
Like, who cares if she isn't in the photo? They're looking for Madeline. They're not looking for her.
Right. Is that what she said? She's not in the photo, so she didn't want to give it to him?
You give a photo of your missing kid. Not, oh, but I have to be in the photo. Who cares? We're not looking for you. Sorry.
Right. No, you're good. No, please, yeah. Tell me, talk, if you have something to say, yeah, let me know.
I just, I was on another channel and someone posted I don't even know. It's not even a channel that I follow. Like that cop interview, the one that that was a video interview of hers, and I just watched it again, and I'm just like on fire. I don't want to hate this woman, but I hate this woman.
Oh no, I mean, we all have our thoughts, opinions, and speculation. And if that's how you feel, I mean, that's how you feel. I've got lots of questions regarding her, and we're going to continue going over that stuff, and we'll get to those. I got a lot to say about those as well.
Oh yeah, in fact, I think nobody hugs. Yeah, it's really weird. His family, and of course, we're just judging from what we see, so we're all just speculating what we see. This is an interesting comment. Nobody hugs her. It seems like there's not a sense of urgency at all with this family.
Yeah. I
First
agree.
of all, I don't know why the entire family's there or why there's so many people there. Like, her mom is there, I get it. That's her mom's job. Her sister Mare is there. I don't know. She's the one that called the cops, But I'm like, no one is really worried. They're all just kind of chilling. Nobody is hugging her, supporting her.
Right. Yep.
And
absolutely.
maybe that's the way they are. Like, you know what I mean? Because we judge people by how we are. So I get it. Maybe they're just not like that. And like, one thing that might be weird, but at the same time, I almost don't blame her. Like, it wasn't even Jen that called 911 in the first place.
No.
It was her sister. And I get that, because if it's me, like, when I can't find my cat, and my cat's not an outdoor cat. She doesn't go out. I don't let her, because she is a wild one. When I can't, and she's really good at hiding. So when I don't find my cat in 5 minutes, I am literally like, I'm like freaking out.
Right, but
so
she wasn't.
If it's my child, yeah, but like, if it was my child freaking out, I might not be able to call 911. Like, I you know what I mean? Like, I could say like a sister or a mother or someone, be like, call 911. Like, she's missing. I can't find her. Like, I understand someone else calling instead of her.
Right. If she's upset, but she wasn't upset.
She's not upset.
We listened to the 911 call. She's as cool as a cucumber.
And you know who else wasn't upset? Who almost didn't even want to talk to 911? Casey Anthony. It was her mother that called. And then she passed the phone to her. She's like, yeah, hello. I know that phone call by heart. Wait till we tell you know what I mean? Like, she passes the phone to Casey to talk to 911. She's like, hello. Like, oh, how dare you?
Right. Hey, Ramada.
Like, oh, yeah. So, like, my daughter's been missing for like a month.
Yeah, ridiculous.
So, in all of these cases that we follow of like missing or murdered people, if a family member isn't upset, it's because a family member did it.
Yeah. Indie girl said, in the club, we all fams. Okay, I'm sorry. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, like Chris Watts. Oh yeah, so like my very pregnant wife and daughters are missing. Yeah, it's like, it's cool. That bot guy that killed his, I don't remember his first name. It was a weird first name. So, when we watch these people, when they're not desperately searching for that's because they did it. They didn't want the person found.
Yep. It's interesting to compare calls where we know the person that's calling is guilty as opposed to actual phone calls, and you can hear it. You're absolutely right.
Yeah. I know Jen's mother doesn't like Stefan. Like, who does?
Right.
Hey, Robert, and that's why he wasn't invited to the birthday party, because, like, you know what I mean? Like, we know that she does not have a good relationship with her mom.
Yeah.
I think it was Plunder who read like all her life journal. Woohoo! Life journal. Like, from when she was 20, and they don't get along, which is like, all right, that happens. And her mother did make a comment in one of the interviews that she doesn't, we can tell she doesn't like Stefan. Like, he wasn't invited to the party. And she did say something like, oh, my daughter is like desperate. She'll do anything to be with a man. She said that in maybe different words, So, and when people say everybody reacts different, I mean, yes and no.
Right.
You're worried for your loved one. So I'll shut up now.
No, you're good. Jitty Jid said that those that say Jid didn't know about the CSA, at the very least, she must have known her daughter was struggling, in my opinion. The counselor notifying Jen about the drawing Maddie made, saying why and crying, yeah, and then she kept her out of school for a week after that. And somebody said that she had Jen had her said she was going to her own therapist, and we were like, yeah, we didn't believe that. But I got to thinking about it later, and the school counselor can't prescribe her medication, and we know that she was on bipolar medication, so Jen was taking her somewhere. But again, I don't
But a
understand.
psychiatrist is different from a psychologist. Like the psychiatrist will prescribe meds, but it's the psychologist that will do the therapy, like talk therapy. So like I
Right.
also don't believe that she just said that, because you know how she's like, oh, she's got ADHD, oh, she's like autistic, oh, she's got this. She's always trying to make Madeline, I don't know, just
Yeah.
like this helpless a burden.
Right. I'm sorry,
No.
Mayla, if I misunderstood you. I thought that you said that happened, but I understand what you're saying.
And remember the McCanns when they
Yeah,
talked about
yes.
Madeline McCann, same name. Like the father was cold as ice, just
Yep.
like John Ramsey. The
Yep.
mother did show grief. The mother, who probably was the one that, like, in my alleged opinion, accidentally overdosed the kid. That's what I think she did. I don't think it was on purpose. But neglect also, However, oh crap, I lost my train of thought. ADHD.
Oh, you're good. I have ADHD.
What
Hey,
was I
overprotected.
saying? What was I saying? Oh yeah, when they talked about Madeline, like, it's your baby girl that is missing or dead or whatever, and they're like, all they could say was she was rambunctious. Oh, she was noisy. Oh, she was always jumping around. Like, you're complaining about your 3-year-old?
Yeah.
Especially when something bad happens to them. When something bad happens to someone you love, you forget all the bad stuff. All you can think about is the good stuff.
Right.
You know what I mean? And that's her,
Mhm.
like, oh, because she's so forgetful and she doesn't clean her room. Have you seen Jen's room? It's a pigsty. Oh, because she does this and she takes too long and she forgets her stuff and she's got ADHD and she's apparently, I don't believe that she was autistic at all. I mean, I think that's her just piling stuff onto her. So it sounds like, this kid, oh, we take her to a therapist. Well, this therapist, I mean, I don't know, maybe the interview wasn't important enough. Like, we saw the interviews with her friends. Don't you think that maybe the interview with a psychologist would be shared, or maybe not because of HIPAA, because it's medical information? I don't know. What I'm trying to say is, I very much doubt that she had any kind of counseling.
Yeah, maybe she just saw a psychiatrist. I don't know. I know she was talking to the one at school, and that's good at least, but there's just so much.
Yeah.
All right.
Psychiatrist for sure, so she can get meds, but not a psychologist, like, not actual therapy.
Yeah. Rubber, I'm trying to type to you, but I was going to tell you, sometimes Wi-Fi is an issue. Sometimes you got to get closer to your Wi-Fi. And I've heard if you have a Chromebook, it won't work sometimes, but I have a Chromebook. That's what I'm using, and it works okay.
Can you can hear me though?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Is it clear though?
Yeah, it's clear. It's
Or
not
does
like
it sound like I'm real far away or what? I hate to derail your live here.
No.
That's not what I'm doing. I totally apologize. I'm just trying to figure out, because when I mute my mic, for some reason it wants to just drop me out of the whole. It keeps pulling me down when I mute my mic. That's why I was trying to figure out which mic, because I have a standalone mic too. That's what I was trying to learn. Anyways, sorry, I don't mean to derail y'all. I'm just learning in the back.
No, you're good. It does sound like you're a little far away. And if anybody has any suggestions, now, or if you're watching the replay, let me know so I can help her.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Mayla's mom said, I don't think she was autistic either. I think Maddie had social issues because of her environment and what was happening to her, in my opinion. Definitely. Absolutely. Absolutely. All of that's going to play a role. Yep. So she's still looking for a picture, even though she had that one pulled up just now of her at the birthday party the day before.
Go ahead.
Like, again, I don't want to bring up the possibility of her, missing her cycle and going down that road. But is that why? Did she look a certain way in that picture? Is that why you didn't want them to have it? Like, I'm not understanding why you don't want them to have the picture of her standing in front of the birthday cake where in her blue dress that we all have now. Like, that's the one she had pulled up. Why don't you want them to have it? I don't understand.
Yeah. Which is the most recent one, which is what you would want for a child.
Right. It's ridiculous.
That's what I'm about to grab right now. Yeah. All right, cool. Thank you.
Is this a good enough picture, or do you need a whole body picture?
So now she finally shows it to him. It says, "Is this a good enough picture?" After you spent all that time looking for a different one?
Ah.
How do I
airdrop? I don't know how to do it.
I got you. Okay, where's the photo? Right there.
It's on WhatsApp.
That's fine.
Anna said, or because his boxers were on top of the dress. Not in the picture. You mean in the clothes hamper? Yes, thank you for being here today.
I saved it to my photos, so you could.
You saved it to your photos?
Yeah, we can just go straight to the photos.
Hey, LJ.
Okay, perfect. Give me a second. Okay. I'm going to send it out right now to my other guys.
Thank you very much.
No problem.
I'm going to work on pulling that document. Where is Anders? That's a good question. Abella said, hideous people, and they are. Hazel said, Maddie did look with child in her birthday dress, the blue one. Yeah, she did. In the hamper, said Anna. Yeah. Excuse me.
Never showed up. So they called since I don't even know when, but whenever they what did you say that what you call? My question is not why is this not a code 3 when it first came out? Yeah, so that last time she was seen, it was early this morning, like 7 o'clock. That's what I'm about to see. I'm about to go check. I just try to get as much information now of her clothing description, send it to Diaz. So Diaz has a hit in like a big area full of kids. So if you want to help me out with this one, come be my signal expert. By any chance, does she have a phone number or phone?
She does, but she left it at home today. I have it.
You have it.
And I've already gone through her messages.
Okay. How about, does she have like Apple Watch? No.
She's got a device. The only device she's got on her right now is her school laptop.
Her school laptop. Is that trackable?
I don't think so.
It should be.
So she did look him straight in the eye when she said that the only thing she's got on her right now is the school laptop, but she does look concerned here when she looks at them and they tell her that it is trackable. I did look for the document just real quick and I didn't see it yet. So I'm going to continue to do a search on that. If I can find it, I will have it for tomorrow. Y'all bring up good questions. Why were the tests under the cabinet if she wasn't active? And that's a good question. Unless they were, from when she was active. Because we know they hadn't been active for over a year. So right now she's looking concerned when they say the laptop is traceable.
If the Wi-Fi is turned on, it'll try to connect to the Wi-Fi. So if I circle here.
So see, right now she looks scared to death, but she was making direct, straight on eye contact with him when she said that right now she has her laptop on her. Hey, Cara.
Well, she don't have a history of running away or anything. She's just hanging out.
Possibly, I don't know. She got dropped off. She was like, so she's embarrassed by this car. So she wanted me dropped off at school. She wanted me dropped off like half a block away so she can walk.
It's an interesting. She's in a phase.
But he dropped her off half a block away and drove away.
Okay. Did she ever go to school though?
No, we called school.
She was walking in that direction. She was rifling through her backpack, just looking for something. I thought maybe she was just looking for headphones before she.
So he did look down when he said she was walking that direction, rifling through her book bag. Now he's making straight on eye contact when he says that she was walking that direction, or I thought she was looking for headphones. Jennifer's continuing to make eye contact. Cara, thank you for becoming a member. I will play our clip after we get done listening to this. And then I saw a couple of new people in here. Let me call y'all out real quick. Joseph Martinez. Yeah, look at Jennifer's reaction when her family says they can track it. Yeah, she looked scared to death just then. Thank you so much for being here. And then there was another one. Against all logic. Thank you for being here. Rocking back and forth, trying to soothe herself. She's trying to self-soothe. Absolutely.
She kind of walking on.
Yeah.
But she was just kind of, shambling over in that direction. It looked the same as any other morning. Okay.
He's making direct eye contact.
What was the last thing you asked?
If she went to school,
So I got confirmation from the school that she never made it. They sent me an email saying she didn't make it. But I also spoke to her or emailed one of her teachers directly, and he looked at all her attendance for all her periods and told me she didn't make it at all today.
Okay.
Say it again.
So again, she's making direct, straight on eye contact, but we know that she's telling the truth right now. She did go to the school. She did contact the teachers and ask if she was there. The question is, did she already know that Maddie was not? Is she lying about, did she already know what had happened to Maddie at that time? He's a confident liar. He is. Looked like she was going to hit it herself. I heard Jen Soto is a twin. I don't know. Hey, Corey, thank you for being here. Said she might just be high doing that rocking. I'd bet on it. Yeah, I know she was prescribed medical marijuana. Cara, thank you for becoming a member. Thank you so much.
No, she's supposed to have a book bag. She was supposed to go to school, but didn't go to school today.
Yes.
Oh, okay. All right.
Battery FGOA 212319 turtleback blue. Third party in for Saturday.
Okay.
Complaint.
All right.
Children by two juvenile males. Your question 10.5
Say it again?
only. It's code 219.5.
I'm trying to figure out secondary spots, but so far negative on anything.
Bellis, you're so supportive. Thank you for gifting 10 memberships. That was super sweet of you. If you guys were gifted a membership from Abellis, please tell her thank you. I'm going to go ahead and play the clip. This is going to be for Cara for becoming a new member and for Abellis for gifting 10 memberships. Thank you guys. You guys are so sweet and so supportive. Y'all are awesome. I'll tell you, I heard that I can gift memberships too, so I'm going to work on figuring that out so I can gift some as well. So about me gifting memberships, I'm supposed to be able to do it, but my phone won't let me access my lives. So I've got to figure that out, and then I'll be able to gift memberships. Thank you guys. Thank you for doing that. That was so sweet of you. Hello, All Things Serious. Thank you for being here today.
Yeah, you could be 51 to me. All right, cool. Very cool. All right, cool.
Yes, Sector 4 units prepared a copy of local from OPD at
Yeah, it said negative on that hit at the park.
Way,
So.
reference A21 to a vehicle. Pursuing local, reference A21 to a vehicle.
I think black shorts.
An unknown male, gray hoodie,
Black
black
shorts
ski
and
mask,
white Crocs with
gloves.
socks.
No further information. 1064, 1946.
And when was the last time you seen her? Do you know around what time?
Around 8:30, 8:40 when we dropped her off.
How tall is she?
5'1".
I couldn't see his face when he said that. Car said, yeah, there is something weird going on with you two because you wouldn't have been able to gift memberships if this was your first month. All Things Serious says I have to do it from my computer. So let me try. I'm going to try to open it up in the back and see if I can do it that way. All right.
Weight?
110 pounds.
110, 112.
Hair color?
Blonde, like a dirty blonde.
Like a dirty blonde?
Yeah.
Okay. Eye color?
Blue.
And again, making straight on eye contact because she's telling the truth right now. Definitely self-soothing. I want to play, after we get through this part the first night, I want to play the interview she did for the news.
Does she have any markings on her, like any scars or anything like
There's
that?
a distinctive beauty mark on her face
On
here.
her face?
On the face, like below the nose or near the nose?
Yeah, like right in that area there. It's very distinctive. You'd know it if you saw it. Big.
Stefan said and then he said when we dropped her off. So again, that's going back, and thank you for pointing that out. That's going back to the why do they continue to say we dropped her off? We heard yesterday when the best friend was talking about Jen calling her, she said I dropped her off. Why is it a we thing this whole time? Doesn't make any sense. Liddy, those are parts of her family. I mean, parts. Those are members of her family.
Any other scars or anything like that? We should know.
Scars? No.
Right?
Tattoos.
No. You'd be surprised. Did you put out the description?
I put the top part out. I didn't get the rest of the stuff yet, so I need to put it out.
Possible, Cozy.
Updated 14. White female.
Can I just see that phone?
Black shorts, white plastic socks, approximately 5'1" height, blonde, dirty blonde hair, blue eyes, has a beauty mark under the nose.
Dio, I hope you have a good day, love. Against all logic said we because they are in this crime together. It's definitely a possible speculation.
I'm getting a random 407 number. Okay. Hello? Yes? Hi, Principal. I'm okay. How are you?
How are you okay when your child's missing? Just wondering. Yeah, she's making everybody dizzy, I think so. At least together in the cover-up, said Cozy.
She's like, yeah, I'm okay. How are you? Like,
right?
No, I'm not okay. You know what I mean? I would be like screaming, ripping my hair out. I'd be like yelling at people. Like, maybe some people get upset and they're nicer. But I mean, there's no nerves. There's no nerves about Manny. There's nerves about the cover-up.
Yeah.
It's so weird.
And I'll never get over this we, Jennifer, knowing damn well, supposedly she wasn't there. Like, why?
You know what's my theory? My theory is my alleged theory, right? Just speculating. Don't come for me. Don't sue me. But like, I think he came up with the story,
Mm-hmm.
and then like, oh, so we dropped her off, and she stuck to that. Like her brain just glued on that because like when she did the TV interviews in her house with the feet when the feeder goes off and she like smirks and whatever, she's like, so we took her to school, 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 the way she talks. And she says it many times. We took her to school, and then after like 10 minutes, she goes, "Oh yeah, no, not me, my partner." First of all, he's not your partner. Like, oh, it's his partner in crime. It is rehearsed, So like they
Yep.
rehearsed it, and she just stuck to it because like you don't get confused with something like that. If you didn't go drop someone off, you don't get confused about that sort of thing. Oh yeah, I forgot, I misremembered. Yeah, I didn't drop her off. He dropped her off. Like
Yep.
ugh. It's the details. It's the details that get you.
Mm-hmm. Shell, we'll go back through and watch the I'll play it again. I'll skip through and see what we can see from the family's interviews. All Against All Logic said Stephen Stearns let out a big sigh of relief, and he absolutely did. All Things Serious said, being from Florida, I don't understand why nobody else has been arrested. I don't either. And why they gave her immunity, but it's possible. I know they were fired shortly after, so I'm thinking they might have got fired for giving her immunity. And thank you, Cozy, for sharing your thoughts.
No, police officers here right now.
Get started in the
Yeah, I'm trying to see if I can find her
paperwork. Does she have any social media or anything like that?
So I think most of these are just children over here. I don't know about this guy, and I know that's her sister, but I'm watching them as well.
Instagram.
Right here.
Private. It is private, yes.
Just family,
Thank you
cousins.
so much. I
friends.
definitely appreciate it.
Right here.
That's her profile?
Yeah.
She also has a YouTube page.
Okay. Any Snapchat or
She
Let me
plays
get
games.
No, that's
She plays games. She plays like Minecraft.
I'm so busy. Okay, so that was the end of that. Hold on, let's see. I'm going to take it back and see what we can see from the family. I want to see her mom and them talking in the back real quick. And then we'll play where they give the dog the items. Stefan shows where he supposedly dropped her off. And then we'll look at the TV interview. All right, right here where her mom is standing there. That's what we want to see. All right, so we're going to start right here and play her mom standing there. Now we're going to pay attention to her mom. Sorry if y'all heard me. I was talking to the childrens just a second ago. And real quick, Cozy said, Cara, that makes sense if they're going to charge her at least as an accessory, right? The main perp has to be found guilty before you have an accessory to a quote alleged crime. Basil is laying in the sunlight right now. He has popcorn over there. He was eating popcorn earlier.
Do you have a picture of her? Can you airdrop it to me?
Sorry about the bells. The kids are coming in and out if y'all hear that. I have so many opinions on this case too, all things serious. All right, so watch the grandmother in the back.
Yeah, I know. Let me see which picture. I don't know which picture.
She's smiling and giving some kind of hand signals. That was weird. I don't speak Spanish and I don't know the culture. I know some of you in here do, so maybe you guys can tell me what you pick up on. Oh, you're welcome, Abellis. Shell said for those working from home and need to stay green or active on Teams, just have control button pressed down with something heavy and you will stay green. I only do a few times for something like this live.
Well, you know,
My
mentioning the
rabbit.
grandmother. Oh,
Yeah, we're
sorry.
watching the grandmother. My rabbit eats pop. Most rabbits don't.
One of my cats used to love popcorn. But like there's a right when Maddie went missing, they did a Spanish interview for Telemundo, and I have Googled and it is gone from the internet. So
I think I have it.
with
I
me,
think I found it last night.
because with me saying it, it's just hearsay. Because I'm like, I cannot find an interview, and then, like even Jen did it. It was in Spanish, right? And the grandmother,
Yeah.
which I thought was really weird, because I don't know anything about this woman, right? Like, well, that she and Jen don't get along, and she doesn't approve of Stearns, but who does? But it was really weird because uh, uh, Maddie was missing, and she didn't say Maddie's missing, my granddaughter's missing. She says the missing child.
Yeah,
And
but
to me, that's like, of course, I'm not saying that means that she's guilty.
no,
But
no, no,
it's your
no.
child. Like,
I
is
know.
she
I have to
still
question the
Maddie too?
translation. I have to question the translation. So, like, is that just how it was translated, or is that really what
If
she said? That's why I
Yeah,
like.
I get you. I get you. But like, if you have it in Spanish, like play it because I understand at least most of it, and we can
Yeah.
check for that. Because I'm like, really? Are you so detached from your granddaughter? I mean, I don't
Mm-hmm.
have kids, grandkids, but I think I don't know. Even if you don't get along with your kid, but isn't your grandchild like different? Is it? You know what I mean? Do you just? I don't know. You know what I'm
Right.
trying to say? Like, even if you don't get along with your child, your daughter, your son, whatever, but like, if they have kids, like, it's your grandbabies. Like, isn't that different?
Yeah, it is. It should be,
I
I
don't
would
know.
think.
Like, we're all just
Okay.
speculating. Right? Like, I'm not saying she's guilty at all. Of course, the grandmother's not
No.
involved in it. But it's just weird.
Right.
It's
Yeah.
weird.
All right. So we're gonna watch the grandma and the sister talk here.
Birthday party, right?
Yeah, but I wasn't there, so I had to look at what's up.
Go ahead. That's what I'm about to grab right now. Yeah. All right, cool. Thank you.
It seems normal. She seems very caring for what I assume to be her grandchildren. But like y'all said earlier, she's not hugging Jen. She doesn't like Stefan. We know that.
Is this a good enough picture, or do you need a whole body picture?
Ah, ¿cómo así?
How do I airdrop? I don't know how to do it.
I got you. Okay, where's the photo? Right there.
It's on WhatsApp.
That's fine.
I saved it to my photos, so you could go.
You saved it to your photos?
Yeah, we could just go straight to the photos.
She's walking back and forth. I'm assuming she's telling the secretary something to maybe try to help get the information out. I'll jump to the interviews next.
Okay, perfect. Give me a second. I'm going to send it out right now to my other guys.
Actually, we should probably do it in order. So the other ones aren't long. We'll do those next, where they give the Stefan shows the police where he supposedly dropped her off, and then they give the dogs clothes to sniff. So I don't see anything weird about the family as of right now. We'll hear this lady talk real quick, and then I'll jump to the next interviews or the next clips I have, and then we'll watch the interviews I have.
Trackable? Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, it should be. It should be. Like, if the Wi-Fi is turned on, it'll try to connect to new Wi-Fi.
See, she looks scared to death in this moment, and they're telling her when they tell her that the laptop can be tracked.
Well, yeah, you know all the history of LA or anything. So you just hanging out.
Possibly, I don't know. She got dropped off. She was like, so she's embarrassed by his car. So she didn't want to be dropped off at school. She wanted to be dropped off like half a block away so she can walk.
It's an image thing. She's in the face.
But he dropped her off half a block away and drove.
I just caught that he said it's an image thing. She's in a phase. Over explaining.
Away.
Okay. Did she ever go to school though?
She's
No,
nervous.
he called
She
school.
was walking in that direction.
That's
She was
a
rifling
job.
through her backpack, just looking for something. I thought maybe she was just looking for headphones before she got her walking on.
Yeah.
But she.
So I don't see anything weird about the family. I have an interview. I don't know if it's the grandmothers or not, but it's somebody.
Like Mark, when I talked to them, they said,
When I read that it was Stefan. I pulled it and saved it. I haven't watched it all. So this is where Stefan shows the police where he supposedly dropped Madeline off.
So this video is of Stefan Stearns leading the police to where he said he dropped Madeline off.
Y'all, I hate hearing my voice.
That morning. The car you're going to see in front of the cop car is Stefan leading them to where he said he dropped her off at, which we know was not true.
So right now, that's him driving the police to where he supposedly dropped her off.
Per aim, 50 possibly building 5856.
Oh, thank you, Willis. Sarah said, okay, they're going to talk. Sarah said, one thing I do know with translation of different languages, not everything is spot on word-wise. When I listen to my boyfriend speaking Spanish with his family, there's a lot of Spanglish mixed in. Yeah. All right, so I know it's going to be hard to see Stefan because they're outside. It's dark, it's grainy, but maybe we can pick up on some of him, like how he's reacting, his body language, and things like that.
Was it here?
I can't remember the exact spot, but it was around where these communities were. Oh, thank you. So it's like around where these communities were.
Okay.
And it's just like in this stretch, like we could see the overpass down there.
Where's the school?
Just on the other side of the overpass.
So somewhere around here.
So yeah, somewhere, maybe not this one, but the next one possibly is right in this stretch. And we just came down and we drove about halfway down.
So he's telling them he don't know if it was this apartment complex or the next one or the next one. Like, and you don't think this is sus? Like you're not exactly sure where you dropped her off? That's weird to me.
And she was like, that's good right here.
Okay.
Oh, y'all are so sweet. Tell Jay, if you're leaving, be safe, honey. So they're gonna walk around and look. All right, we already know that she's not there.
They might that they no longer see the subject.
That's a different police call that he's getting. We can just watch it to see if we hear anything come across the radio.
It said unknown or apartment number, but it was next door to theirs. I'm gonna find out what their apartment number is.
Oh, that's so sweet.
10-4, 2nd floor.
Well, I hope that your friend Bernadette sounds nice. It reminds me of what is that show? Big Bang Theory. That girl Bernadette. Thank you for being here, Indie Girl.
The suspect also had a brown purse. The complaint hung up. There's no further information on this.
34, 14, 4, 9,
Oh, that's so sweet, Shell. Y'all, I have a video and it says they're delivering the search warrant for Stefan, right? But like they don't pick him up, they just drive in the car. I'm gonna work on getting that out for y'all.
North of the complex, 2108.
But I don't know what it is. So maybe I'll say that when I put it out.
It's going to be a black female wearing a white dress and hat with a brown purse.
Indie Girl, you're funny.
Say it again? No.
2109.
No.
He said, "Did you find anything?" He said, "No." Stefan said something, nothing. I was talking. Let's listen to that again. Stefan's gonna ask him, "Did you find anything first?"
Say it again? No.
2109.
No.
And then he said, "Cameras, nothing." And he said, "No."
No.
Yeah, he said, "Do you see anything yet?" And then the cop said, "Come again." And he said, "Did you find anything?" And the cop said, "No." And then Stefan said, "Cameras, nothing." And the cop said, "No." So is that why he's lying about, like he's saying, "I can't remember exactly where I dropped her off," because he knew there was no cameras there. And that's where he went to supposedly drop her off because he knew there was no cameras there.
Black female secure, 2109.
He's so cute. Thanks.
Normal.
I'm gonna bring it to the end.
Go ahead. $26 number.
Supervisor on the channel, 26 call holding. County 0405. 10-4, thank you.
No cameras as of right now.
He said nothing, no cameras, nothing. And then the cop said no cameras right now. And he said, Steppen said, I can't believe that. Bullshit.
Yeah.
I can't believe there's no cameras pointing anywhere. Yes, you can. You picked that spot for a reason.
I'll try to see if we can find something. Yeah.
I don't know if Stephen's walking with him right now or what. Right, Jenny? Let's jump to the end.
White female, white green shirt, blue jeans, negative signal 0, code 221.
You're talking about Maddie.
It occurred earlier today, but unknown suspect. White female, white green shirt, blue jeans, negative signal.
So she said it occurred earlier today, but there's no suspect. White female, blue jeans, shirt, something shirt.
0, code 221.
And it gives codes. And that was the end of that. All right, we'll watch the K9. This one's 3 minutes, and then we'll jump into that interview that I have that's in Spanish. I don't know what we're going to be able to understand. It supposedly has Steffen in it, but we'll watch it together, and then I'll pull the news where she's on the news, because the cops ask her about the news interview that she did later on down the road. This one's 3 minutes. They're going to ask for clothing for the K9 unit to sniff out. In this video, the K9 unit is going to request another article of clothing, and Jennifer admits that Steffen slept on Maddie's pillow.
How do they sign off on it if it's on the computer?
No, with the property form, there's a portion for them to sign off on it.
On the computer?
No, not on the computer, on the property, like the actual property form itself.
And I have a copy of the property form in where I'm reading the murder indictment. And yeah, in this video, Steffen admits sleeping on Maddie's pillow.
But I don't have any, so I gotta.
I was gonna say, like, how does this work?
I guess I would just have to double.
Come back.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna get them on body cam now, stating that we could pull it.
Yeah.
And then from there, come back and then just make them sign one, I guess. Yeah. Just to satisfy the agency.
Right, Hazel?
Let me go make contact with them now.
Sorry about the wind. It's body cam, so.
Hey guys, so we're just gonna try to see if we could pull one more clothing for collecting of clothes. Okay, that's okay with you guys? Yeah, we're gonna pull one more, and then we're gonna have the dog sniff it out again and see if we can get another track going. Yeah. All right.
Can I get you, like, the last outfit she was wearing?
Has it been like with other clothes and all that, like your clothes?
It got mixed in with clean clothes and dirty clothes.
What do you think?
Is it on the floor there in the bathroom? It's in the laundry basket.
Were the other clothes not good enough?
No. We just try to collect separate ones, and then we separate all of them, just in case one was contaminated. We have something else we can use without having to come and bother you guys. I was just thinking on Sunday, the last day we had her. Yeah. Sunday, she had one questions for FHP. I wasn't sure if that would be helpful, but that's mixed in with clean and dirty clothes, I think. Is it other people's dirty clothes, or is it her just hers? Is her
What about
underwear?
like a pillow that she likes to sleep with?
Her underwear is I mean, all that stuff works. Yeah, but you slept on the pillow this morning.
Oh, that's right. I said it was a pillow.
So they're asking about specifically underwear for the dog to pick up the smell. He says there's a pillow she slept on, and then she says, yeah, but you slept on that pillow this morning. That's interesting. Jenny Jen said Stephenstern initially says Maddie was doing her nighttime routine when he arrived. But in April, when Jen was asked by the time she got home if Maddie was still doing the nighttime routine, she said she didn't know. Yeah, Stephen got there before Jen did, supposedly. And then Cozy said at one point, Jen says they are clean and dirty clothes. There are clean and dirty clothes in the hamper. Yeah, she does.
Like would
underwear, there would be underwear on the bathroom floor.
Okay, I thought I
and
saw
that hasn't been touched. Yeah.
Okay, then that's like the closest thing to her body.
Yeah.
So.
Okay.
Oh yeah, he used Maddie's pillow. And Jen made sure to point that out.
Yeah.
Oh, they redacted it. I didn't realize that was in there. Okay. Oh, it shows them coming back out. Hold on. Yeah, that was the end of that one. All right, let me see if I can pull this Spanish interview real quick. I saved it.
So this video is going to show the opposite.
That's where they go to the preschool and ask for the video footage there, and we can pick up back there. My phone's showing me that I'm live right now, finally. No, I don't think that's what I want. Oh, it's going to be slow now. Hold on just a minute. Thank you. I don't know how to gift the memberships. I'll have to look into it and see what I can find. Hold on. Where is it? This one. So this is supposed to be the Spanish interview, and it's supposed to have Stefan in it. Now, I'm not going to...
¿Dónde? En el departamento de la policía de Kissimmee. ¿Para qué? Para ofrecer una actualización en el caso por la muerte de Madeleine Soto. Esperábamos que se revelara el resultado de la autopsia de que murió la menor, pero no fue eso lo que revelaron.
Let me see if I can do... I mean, I think it's supposed to be English subtitles, but hold on. Let me see if I can get it in English. Well... Oh, we got it. Okay, so let's start over.
¿Dónde? En el departamento de la policía de...
Let's go immediately with this information. Today at the back of the afternoon, we will quote...
¿Para qué? Para ofrecer una actualización.
Information. Today at the back of the police station, they quoted...
En el caso por la muerte de Madeleine Soto.
They were in the Kissimmee Police Department.
Esperábamos que se revelara el resultado de la autopsia de que murió la menor, pero no.
To provide an update on the case of the death of Madeleine Soto.
Fue eso lo que revelaron la jefa de la policía de Kissimmee.
We were hoping that the autopsy results would be revealed of the one who died the youngest, but that was not.
Holland agradeció el sinnúmero de pistas de nuestra
What was revealed, the young man.
Comunidad y pidieron tiempo. Sin embargo, destacó que todas las personas allegadas
had revealed what they had learned, their actions. So this is after she's deceased.
A Madeleine Soto son sospechosas. Aquí en vivo, justo a las afueras del departamento, me acompaña la compañera Kwamay Martel porque ella estuvo allí y nos tiene más detalle. Kwamay.
Alleged to Madeleine Soto are here in life just at the doorsteps of the department.
Iris, buenas tardes. Como bien lo escuchaste en esa conferencia de prensa, la primera pregunta que hicimos como medio de comunicación fue si la madre de Madeline Soto en estos momentos está siendo tratada como sospechosa. Una respuesta que no obtuvimos de forma directa, sino que más bien la jefa de la policía del departamento de
This right
Kissimmee estuvo
there.
diciendo que todo.
Okay. Sorry, it's just that unless my Spanish is not perfect, and from looking in the chat, there's some girls here that know way better than me. But she just said that the mother is being looked at as a suspect. Can you back up like this girl right here in the blue? Can you go back to like yeah. See, why are they saying this? But in English, all the English channels, nobody's treating, Jen as a suspect. Yeah, you guys that speak Spanish, listen, because my Spanish
Okay, I'm gonna play it again.
Basic. Yeah, sorry.
No, you're good. I appreciate you doing that. Zaya, it's not showing me that, so I'm gonna look into it some more. Thank you, Zaya, for trying to help me. All right, let's see. I'm gonna try to like pause it and see what it's translating as, but y'all, my Spanish people know better. Hold on, Hazel wants me to drop a link. Let me drop a link for her real quick. Hold on just a minute. Okay, I'm going to give her 1 second to come up. I backed it up quite a bit, so we should hear everything that they're saying. Stephen does face the death penalty. Okay, yeah, thank you, Zaya. We love you too, honey. So now it's not showing me that I'm live. This thing is so stupid. Okay, I'm going to play it. Oh, there she. Nope, that's Rubber Ramada. Hey, Rubber Ramada.
It's just me.
Yeah, I didn't mean to say it like that. I was seeing if Hazel was going to try to come up. I'm going to figure out that membership thing. Okay, Hazel, it said, oh, there you are. Alrighty. Hey, Hazel. Are you good? Can you hear us?
Hello?
Hey.
Hey, this is Hazel.
Okay, it's good to see you. Thank you for being here. Or it's good to have you up. Thank you for being here.
All right, thank you for having me up here.
Yeah. All right, I'm going to play this and you can tell us what they say.
Okay.
Iris, buenas tardes. Como bien lo escuchaste en esa conferencia de prensa, la primera pregunta que hicimos como medio de comunicación fue si la madre de Madeline Soto en estos momentos está siendo tratada como sospechosa. Una respuesta que no obtuvimos de forma directa, sino que más bien...
Okay, the first question... The first question they're asking if they're treating her as a suspect right now. That's the first question they're gonna ask.
I have a really, really weird request. Can you slow her down to like 75%? It's a thing of mine. If they talk,
She's
so
super fast too.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, hold on.
I thought she was affirming that they were looking at Jen as a suspect, but what she's saying is our first question is she being okay? I missed that it was a question, but anyways, I was like, what?
No, but yeah, they're looking at her as a suspect. That's the whole thing to it.
Okay.
La jefa de la policía del departamento de Kissimmee estuvo diciendo que toda persona allegada, toda persona cercana a esta menor está siendo tratada como sospechosa. Esto incluye a su abuela, esto incluso pudiese incluir a su padre. Sin embargo, resaltó una vez más que el principal sospechoso.
Okay.
Okay, they're looking at everybody as a suspect, from the grandma to the father. So everybody involved with Maddie, they're looking as a suspect. That's what she's saying. They're treating everybody as a suspect. Yes, even the grandma to the father. Padrastro means also what? Stepfather. So yeah.
Yeah, stepfather.
Yep.
And
so what?
And it's it stated the death of Madeline Soto, so they know that this is after she's deceased and Stefan's arrested. I'm gonna check the date in a second. That's interesting.
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask. What was the date on this?
Yeah, let me see if I can see that real quick. And then we'll come back to full screen.
Because that in the beginning, everyone's a suspect, right? Until they start to like.
Oh, it's
right.
From
But
8
if they already know she's dead,
it does say from 8 months ago. But they knew that she was deceased.
I mean, okay.
Sigue siendo Stephen Stearns, quien era el padrastro de la menor, quien en estos momentos está enfrentando 60 cargos por delitos sexuales.
Okay, the main suspect is Stearns.
Abuso sexual de una menor.
Yeah, they call him stepfather. I don't know where they got that idea from.
Oh, okay.
I'm muted. Yeah, because he's known as the stepfather. That's what he's referenced as most of the time.
Yeah.
Thank you, guys.
18 años, y en este caso incluso menor de 12 años, pues las pistas que nos estuvieron compartiendo las autoridades.
So this might be because they talk about Stefan in the video, like he's in the video and he looks weird or does something weird or acts weird or something. So maybe they're talking about that, or maybe he's going to speak. We'll see.
Revelaron que los abusos habrían comenzado tan pronto como la menor, quien aún no ha sido identificada, tenía 8 añitos de edad. Es importante, como bien has resaltado, que estábamos a la espera de los resultados de esta autopsia. Sin embargo, dijeron que en estos momentos aún están a la espera de ese reporte por parte del médico forense, que nos estarán haciendo llegar esos datos tan pronto ellos tengan acceso a ellos. Es importante que resaltan que en estos momentos dicen casi todas las preguntas que ellos tienen sobre la investigación han sido contestadas, pero dicen que no pueden compartirlas porque podrían comprometer la investigación. En estos momentos dicen que la madre está cooperando, dice que tuvieron con ella tan solamente una entrevista y que la única persona que en estos momentos no ha dado ningún tipo de información, no ha emitido comentario, ha sido Stephen Stearns, repito, principal sospechoso. Quiero que escuchemos directamente de la boca de la jefa de policía del condado Kissimmee qué es lo que están haciendo en estos momentos.
Everyone that was close to Madeline is considered suspect until we have proven otherwise.
Okay, so that explains why they were saying that, because in the presser at that time, that's what they were saying.
Yes, they got all their answers that they needed, and basically they have everything already.
Do y'all think? I have a question. Do you think? Do any of y'all think that this is going to lead, like, him being the small fish? And maybe they're going to use him to bring out the other
individuals.
Yeah, I don't know what to call them. Predators, I guess you could call them. And God, I'd hate for them to give him any little leniency or anything. But this may be a small fish in a big pond that they're trying to also crack down on. So this might be a start of that. I'm hoping.
I hope so, because that's gonna be a huge investigation, because like we know he didn't work. Even his parents were like, "Where would he get money?" He's like, "Oh, like he had a lot of expendable money without having a job." So the logic conclusion is he is making money off selling CP.
CSAM. Yeah, CSAM.
Yeah. He's banking on this, and who's buying it? You're only selling it because people are buying it.
There's many people involved.
People in the dark web. Oh yeah.
I believe there's many people involved in Kissimmee, and I think a lot, in my opinion, right? I'm gonna say a lot of people in high places are involved also.
Oh yeah.
This is gonna open a lot of doors, and it's about time it happens because a lot of children go missing, and it continues to happen.
You know,
And
just Epstein.
Yeah.
Right. We went through a Me Too movement. Now, what are we going to call this movement? You know,
Well, like Santa and his son were busted, or who, right? So what a coincidence. That's so close by. Everything's so within the, a close, what is it? How do you say?
Proximity?
Yeah.
Perimeter.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah.
And that storage unit with all of the computers on that were running and working, that you're not going to have something going on like that for just normal everyday computer usage. You know what I mean?
Who has that in a storage facility? Unless your
On
home
and
office
running.
is in a storage facility, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you have like, I have an old computer, it's just there but not turned on.
Mm-mm.
You know what I
it was
mean?
turned on and running.
Up and running. That means they're producing a lot of, things they're not
It's a
supposed to.
server, man. You know?
Even his parents look kind of weird to me, in my opinion. They, like I said, they look like cult members, like the UFO cult member type deal. I don't know. They're just weird to me.
Yeah, I can understand. Yeah, anything's possible,
And like, I'm not keeping up too much, but like, Diddy, now they got what's his face, Beyonce's husband, what's his name?
Jay-Z.
I'm like, is anybody surprised how many that Jay-Z too? Like, they're all involved.
Yeah, they sure
they're
are.
all involved. All the big, powerful people. I mean, I watch a lot of weird stuff on YouTube that talk about like what people would consider a conspiracy theory. But yeah, they are all demons. They are, and we
Well,
know that like they do use children in I'm trying to say a word that maybe YouTube won't.
Rituals.
Yeah, sacrifices. I'm trying to think of a word that just they use that. And the Diddy freak offs, they had kids sitting on the table for people to be like, I want this one, and they would just take one. They had adults too, but even like children. So all of these weirdos that are powerful, how many didn't I just hear something about because Bill Gates was involved with Epstein so much so that his wife divorced him. When the crap hit the fan, his wife divorced him because of his connection to Epstein.
Yeah.
So either she's innocent or she's like just at least distancing herself from that. But they got this all names of people, presidents, politicians, CEOs. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
This is a small fish. This is like this huge web where people do Eyes Wide Shut. Eyes Wide Shut is literally like a documentary. It's a movie, but it's a documentary about what goes on. And people are like, oh, it's such an artistic movie, it's so mysterious. But was it Francis Ford Coppola? I forgot who did it. He literally made a movie to show what happens in Hollywood.
Oh, yeah.
Well, if you sell your soul for fame and fortune, of course you're going to be into all of that. You have to they have to because they're demons. They're fallen angels. That's why they get their stars on the Walk of Fame. You sell your soul for fame and fortune.
Yeah, and people think like, oh, that's just weird talk and conspiracy theory. That is real. That is the stuff that they don't want us to see. That finally now it's coming up to the surface, and it's so terrible that we don't want to believe it. We don't want to think that people do these things to kids. We don't want to think that they do these horrific things because it's so terrible. It's like it's a horror movie, but it's worse because it's real. You know? So I like who said like I really hope they don't give him leniency. Like, oh, give us names. I mean, he's gonna be in prison no matter what, and even if he gets the death penalty, he's gonna rot in prison. It's like what 20 years before in death row you just sit there. So he's not gonna he's gonna live a while. Stinky Storm's just gonna be there for decades, death penalty or not.
Yeah, I'm wondering if I can find this document. From what I heard, he's wanting to take it to trial. From what I heard in chat, so I'm wondering why is he wanting to take it to trial now? Is he going to snitch on Jen? Is he going to talk about more members of this ring he had going on? I don't know.
But
they're only take it to trial if he says not guilty. If he pleads not guilty, right?
Well, no, he's got a trial coming up sometime in 2025 for all the CSAM stuff, but that's going to be before the murder trial, Red Rum trial. Sorry, didn't mean to use the word.
Because, like, isn't it? I'm not a lawyer, so I don't know. But like, if you plead guilty, doesn't that like bypass the trial and just goes to sentencing or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, so maybe that's why he's taking it to trial, but I don't know. It's weird. I need to see the document. I'm gonna look for the document because I'm wondering what his plan is, what his strategy is.
Yeah, if you need
Against the
help.
logic, I just saw your avatar. It's Chiquita. Is that her name in Spanish? From what's his name? El Chavo?
El Chavo.
Isn't that against the logic? Look, her avatar. Isn't that Chiquita?
Let me see.
It looks like the little girl
Oh,
from El Chavo.
no, that's La Chilindrina.
Okay.
Thank you, Jen.
What a weird name.
All right, I'm gonna play this again. Y'all tell me if you need me to pause it.
Okay.
Repetimos, en estos momentos ella lo que dice ahí es que todo el mundo relacionado a Madeline Soto está siendo considerado sospechoso. ¿Y por qué es esto importante? ¿Por qué lo consideramos como detalles nuevos? Bueno, porque si recuerdan en la conferencia de prensa que tuvimos anteriormente, que fue la oficina del alguacil del condado Orange, cuando se hizo esa misma pregunta de si la madre estaba relacionada o no a este caso en algún tipo de actividad criminal, nos dijeron que en estos momentos no estaba siendo investigada como sospechosa. Sin embargo, vemos que hoy nos dicen que absolutamente todas las personas allegadas a ellas sí lo están haciendo. Iris, quiero ver si tienes alguna pregunta para mí en el estudio.
Sí, Guamay, hubo una pregunta que hoy le hiciste a la jefa de la policía de Kissimmee en medio de la conferencia de prensa que vimos que la conmovió bastante. Cuéntanos.
Bueno, sí, Iris, una pregunta que pudimos ver en su rostro, la afectó, es que le estuvimos preguntando si hay algo en particular sobre este caso que le llame la atención, algo que no le permite dormir por las noches. Y escuchemos qué fue lo que...
Okay. They're gonna ask her if anything of the case is causing her any trauma, basically, right? And she's gonna ask her if anything in the case is making her not be able to sleep at night. So they're just asking the sergeant. Is it the sergeant? Because I can't see nothing. So they're gonna ask her that question.
Okay, they haven't showed who they're gonna ask. I saw they say jefe though, and I know that means boss.
Yeah,
so I'm
the
thinking
boss.
it's gonna be.
Yeah, they're gonna ask the boss if anything of this investigation has affected her. So that's the first question.
Okay, thank you. Hey Tosh, thank you for being here. That's them. They don't have any audio or something.
Bueno, ahí básicamente nos estuvo diciendo que hay muchas cosas que le afectan de este caso y en particular dice que lo que más se ha llevado, ¿no? El mensaje principal que se ha llevado de este caso es que los padres deben estar muy pendientes a sus hijos y que deben tener conversaciones constantes con ellos sobre cualquier cosa que pudiese estarlos afectando. Incluso resaltó que de tener algún tipo de sospecha de que algo como esto, algún tipo de abuso sexual pudiese estar ocurriendo en su hogar, que es sumamente importante que busquen la ayuda prudente, que busquen todos los recursos que hay disponibles en estos momentos en la comunidad. Y ya para despedirme, quiero también resaltar que otra de las preguntas que le hicimos es cuánto tiempo exactamente hubo en esta relación entre la madre de Madeline Soto, al igual que Stephen Stearns, a la cual nos contestaron que en estos momentos todavía están investigando, pues no tienen una fecha exacta. Iris, regreso contigo.
Her answer.
Go ahead, Hazel.
Basically, she answered that parents should be vigilant of their children, and if they see anything, that they should say something. That's what the. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, no, you're good. It had started playing another video.
Yeah, that's what she wants, the parents to be vigilant of their children, to take care of them. And if they see anything, anything suspicious with their children or anything like that, to say something. That's what she said. You know?
Yeah. I think it's very important for all of us to do that. But yeah,
Hmm.
thank you for letting us know what she said. And that was some good advice for sure.
Yeah, that's basically it, because it sounds like they say a lot in Spanish. It's a lot, but in English, when you translate it, it breaks down to less words, basically.
And sometimes it don't
Okay.
translate right at all.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So I have the next interview or the one English pulled up. This is going to be them for the WFTV News Channel 9. This was the first interview that they did, asking for help looking for Maddie. This one's interesting, going back to the body language aspect of this case. There is a lot going on in this. Okay, hold on. Sorry. All right. Oh.
Both out for me.
Okay.
Oh,
Jennifer.
Let me get normal speed. Hold on just a minute.
Good. So the first question is if I can have your last name, and spell them both out for me.
Okay. Jennifer Soto. JENNIFER SOTO.
Mother. Jennifer, tell me how you feeling right now.
I feel like
She's shaking, self-soothing off the bat.
I can't breathe. All I keep thinking about is, where is she? Is she safe? Is she okay? But we're all a wreck. My entire family.
So she's looking up. She's not making eye contact at all. And again, she's recalling something, possibly a script. Is she safe? Is she okay? We need to look for her. We need help looking for her. Is that all scripted, or is it something that you're recalling?
Okay, can I say something? Okay.
Sure. Yeah.
Does that remind y'all of anybody else that always looks way up to the left when they're telling a big fat lie with the initials BHB? Sorry.
No, you're good.
Just had to go there.
No, you're good. You're good. Yeah. I don't watch her that much, but I do believe what you're saying 100%.
Family's a mess. We're just so worried.
When did you first realize, or when did you file a missing report?
We filed a missing report. We called the police at like 4:45 yesterday, 4:45 p.m. But she actually went missing early that morning, around between 8:45 and 9 o'clock in the morning. She went missing.
So she made eye contact finally when she said between 8:45 and 9 o'clock in the morning she went missing. Against all logic said the shit that gets me is she never mentions Maddie, her daughter, by name. She rehearsed this and she never looked for her. Absolutely. And Zio, I think that would be a good idea. Cozy said no photo of Maddie. How are they going to find her? Right.
We had dropped her off close to the school. She wanted to walk the rest of the way. Sorry.
That little grin on her face makes me just want to punch her.
Yeah, I know it's like an automated food dish thing, okay? But how are you smiling and think it's funny right now? A lot of people have brought that up. Joseph said,
Like, I laugh when I get.
No, her
Sorry.
sister and her mom did. You're good. Go ahead.
Yeah, like I get if I get nervous, I laugh. Like I'll do like kind of laugh like this, like like if I'm nervous, you know. But if you're worried and like stressed out because, for example, your child is missing, if you're really really sad, you're not just, I don't know, right? People are different, but I'm like, you're not just gonna randomly find something stupid funny like that and laugh. And then because like there is no like the grief muscle, it's right between the eyebrows. You know, like real grief. And I'm just saying this because I watch a lot of like behavioral analysts on YouTube. But like the grief muscle, which is right between the eyebrows, is really hard for us to control, because when we get sad, it goes up while the outer corners of the eyebrows go down. And according to like Chase Hughes and Scott Rouse and you know, they say like it's really hard for you to control that. And to make it look convincing. Yeah, the behavior panel. And I don't know. I think if you're so worried, is the stupid feeder funny? But are you gonna laugh?
It's just a real inappropriate time, because right now she's doing an interview. She should have been able to totally block that out and should have been concentrating on the interview at hand. That's my
It's like a mask, you know. You can see how much her face shifts, because look at her face right here. You know, one thing that's really cool, if you just watch whatever video and then without the audio, if you don't know what they're talking about and you just look at how the body, you just look at their body language.
Yeah.
Right there,
like
I'd
right
never
now,
guessed she had a missing child.
No,
I'd
she
never
doesn't look
guessed.
sad or worried or scared. And then immediately she goes like, oh, and then like after the feeder stops, it's like she puts on this mask and then she starts shaking her leg and she's like, oh, we dropped her off at school. She does that vocal fry, like like Stearns. Oh, poor me. She does that. Oh, like, you know what I mean? Like she switches it off and on. And I was watching her video interview with the cops again. And there's one point where I was like, oh, she's actually crying because her face got real red and she was scrubbing her face with her hands when the cop was Detective Kevin was confronting her, like how all she does is defend Stephen Stearns, and he lays it out like he was sexually abusing her and whatever. And she gets like real upset. But wait a minute, there's not one tear. And when you cry, your nose runs like immediately.
Yep.
Your tears don't dry up. Like, woo! You know, like she just switches. It's like Amber Heard, but like 10 times worse. Amber Heard is a terrible actress on the stand, where she'll be like, oh, I'm so sad. But then a second later, she turns her face and her face is like neutral or happy or whatever.
Cozy's going to tell us how she really feels.
I will. I get so fired up about this. Like,
I do too. I do too.
Every day, like the Ramsey case and this, like the McCanns, I kind of stopped for a minute, but because the Ramseys are like, you know, I'm not gonna watch that Netflix crap on the Ramseys, but because everybody's posting about it, and I'm like, oh, if I could reach through the monitor and just punch her in the face and just yell at her like, you're lying.
Yeah.
Like, oh, that's how I feel.
No, I mean, everybody's got a lot of strong feelings about this case because, I mean, it's so evident to everybody. The lies, the inconsistencies, the apathy, all of the things are so blatantly obvious, and she's not charged. And it's a big problem for most of the public. So we all feel some type of way about this.
And she knows, because she even told the sorry to cut you off, like she told the cops at one of her many interviews, she's like, oh, I'm not going out because I can't handle people's opinions. I can't handle people's questions. She said something like this. So she's not even going out. She's like literally hiding, you know? And when we listen to her, like Maddie's best friend's interview, the 13-year-old girl, like her 2 or 3 interviews, I just watched it again today. I'm not obsessed. You're obsessed, you know? And then the little girl said that immediately when she found out that Maddie was missing, she told her dad, I'm getting emotional. She told her dad, and her dad went looking for Maddie around the school.
Yep.
For hours. This piece of crap right here. She's like, oh, I'm so scared. I don't know what to do. I don't know what. You look everywhere, dumbass. You look on the roof. You look in the basement. You look in the trash can. You knock on everybody's doors. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But yeah.
No, and the cops did. I've got a freaking 2 hours of where they knock on people's doors, but I can't put that out because that's like people's houses, you know. But I mean, the cops were looking everywhere. I mean, it's just ridiculous. Infamous Truth Teller, thank you for being here. Infamous Truth Teller says, here are some reliable sources for statistics and information on human trafficking. You can go to Government United States Department of State provides a comprehensive reports on human trafficking globally. And thank you for sharing that, Infamous Truth Teller. Passion is favorable, said Zio, and it is because, I mean, you know, like I said, it feels like not a lot of people cared so much for her, and it's sad that in death everybody cares. Like, I wish she knew that the whole world knows her name, her face, what she went through, and the whole world loves her, and has so much respect for her. But, you know, it sucks that she couldn't have the same amount of respect and love while she was alive from these POSs, in my opinion. Why hide if you didn't do anything wrong, says against all logic. Right. Why smiling?
That should be it. Sorry about that.
And then breeze in, not a care in the world just a second ago.
Then the mask goes on again.
Yep. Getting that mask ready.
I got to step down. I'll be back later.
We dropped her off at school, close to school.
Okay, Rubber, thank you for coming up, honey. I don't know if you'll hear this, but talk to me in DMs, and also Zio, if she's got time, she can help you a lot with figuring that stuff out, because I know you're trying to get stuff figured out to go live. So get with me later. I'll see what I can do. Maybe Zio, if she has time, can help.
She wanted to walk the rest of the way. I'm not sure what I'm allowed to share.
You can share whatever you feel comfortable sharing. I know you had conversations with detectives. Not sure what that conversation is, but
okay, that part for me. She had conversation with detectives. She's not sure what she's allowed to share, but at this time, Stefan is still with her, holding her, hugging her, all of those things. So the police, if they are suspecting Stefan, they haven't led on to that yet. So what is it that you can't share? It's not like you can't share that Stefan had images of your child, and they're like, what are you worried about not sharing? Because at this point, all that they know is that she's missing and the clothes she had on, and that she possibly wasn't at the preschool, dropped off there, or didn't go to school or whatever. So what is it that you're afraid of sharing has been my question in this moment right here. Because again, Stefan's there, so it's not like you can't share that he's being charged with CSAM material because you don't know that yet. So what can't you share? Obviously, you don't know she's deceased, because that happens after the CSAM.
whichever you feel comfortable sharing, that we'll put the awareness out there.
Yeah, she was spotted walking by the church, by the middle school, on the cameras. They saw her hang out in the parking lot for a little.
So now she's looking down and to the right, reciting a story, recalling. Is that what she's doing? Recalling a memory? I don't know. The way she's looking, these angles mean different things, and I just can't recall off of the top of my head what the ones mean. But I know when she's telling the truth, she seems to look you straight in the eye, and when she's lying, she looks away, either up or down, and to the right. Hazel said, why the hell was she comforting him instead of him comforting her? I've always had a big problem with that. From the first time I saw it, it looks like she's comforting him like he is her child. And I said that from the beginning, before we knew about the CSAM stuff. And again, that goes back to the Woody Allen situation. That makes me think like she knew what was going on in the house, and for whatever stupid effed up reason, she condoned it. That's just my thought, opinion, and speculation over here. Yeah, she says she was spotted because at that time there was a rumor that she was spotted on the camera at the church, but it was later disproven. Hey, Toxic. They said that there is a document that Stefan filed in court yesterday. It was on the docket. So if you know anything, let me know. I'm going to work on trying to pull that when we get done with this. And real quick, Infamous Truth Teller says, I just wanted to provide some reliable sources. So if anybody was curious about getting more factual information on like trafficking and some reliable sources to go to get info. I really appreciate that. And thank you for sharing that information with us. It is important to know where to get factual information. Very important.
For a little bit and then get up and leave. They didn't see a vehicle or anything else. They just saw her walk away around 9 a.m. heading towards the school, but she never made it.
What has the school said? Have you get in contact with the school?
Yes, that they're doing everything they can. They've given me all their resources. The principal's called me. They've looked at their cameras. I don't think they've caught anything on the cameras is too far away from the sidewalk. Everything is too grainy, so they can't see specific faces.
Can y'all hear? Anybody hear me? Okay, Cozy said yes. Okay. Here, I'll type to you, Sarah. Sarah said she couldn't hear me, so I wanted to make sure everything was okay. Oh, okay. All right, you got it. Thank you, guys.
But they've looked. I'm just waiting to hear anything else from them.
Is this normal behavior?
Not at all.
To just not show up or call or text or anything?
Not at all, no. She, from time to time, she will leave her cell phone at home accidentally, and that's actually what happened yesterday. She left her phone at home. She went to school. But that happens from time to time. She's got ADHD, her memory. She's very forgetful. So yeah, there's no way to track her right now because the detectives now have her phone. But this isn't normal behavior now.
What was the last thing, I guess, the conversation that you two had, you and your daughter?
We spoke about her birthday party. She had a birthday party on Sunday. She had a great time. I couldn't make it because I was working, but she had an amazing time. She was so happy with all her gifts.
See, that's weird to me because the best friend said there was only one gift on the table and that Maddie was really upset. And she references how the family talks about there was so many gifts and all of that. So that's also another questionable moment. And if you notice when she talks about her birthday party and her talking to Madeline about it, she looks away. Infamous Truth Teller said, I feel, in my opinion, only that she has been checked out for a very long time, whether it's her own personal childhood trauma with her family, but she's been checked out mentally, and it went up too fast. Hold on. Where did it go? Oh, mentally and conveniently allowed certain circumstances and situations to happen. Very possible. Anna said doesn't answer the question. Lies. Maddie was livid. She was livid at the birthday party.
Yeah,
and that's
she had a terrible time.
Yeah.
Everything that she said about the birthday party was a lie, except for the fact that she wasn't there.
Yep.
Oh, I couldn't go. Like, I know that. I don't know. I don't have kids, but I think you would do everything in your power to schedule a birthday party for your child so you can be there. I know it was like at the family's house, whatever, but still, wouldn't you at least try to get off work or something to be there? And she said, oh yeah, we talked. Who's just mentioned in the chat? Like, yeah, Hazel. I don't think she spoke to Maddie at all either. She's like, oh, we talked all about her presents. She got like one present.
Yeah.
And then at one point, one of her many interviews, she says, oh, we counted her money. And then Stephanie, the Jen's sister, says that she left her money at the grandma's house.
Yep.
Why? Because remember the Christmas money went missing. They thought it was Stefan, but then, oh yeah, no, I found it. Stefan probably stole it. And really interesting that the day after, Jen had a Botox appointment for $350.
Yeah.
And then she canceled it. She goes, oh no, I canceled it because of what happened. She canceled it because, in my humble opinion, she was going to use Maddie's birthday money to pay for her Botox. But since the money was left at grandma's house, she had to cancel the appointment.
Right. Yeah. It's very possible. It's a possible speculation.
Allegedly, it's a theory. Only the
Yeah, it's a
people, only
speculation.
she and God knows what happened that day, really, because that's how cops put things together. It's just logic and evidence, and then you start connecting the dots.
Yep. Bad Girl
But
pointed out that she was talking about her in past tense, and it's possible that she's talking about her in past tense because of the birthday party, but I do think, if I recall correctly, that she was talking about her in past tense the whole time. But you could say technically that she's recalling the last time she saw her, whatever, but it is
yeah,
suspicious.
yeah. And I wish we had videos of her, like, so we could establish her baseline. Because we just see her talking to the cops or talking to the TV about this. We don't have videos of Jen talking about something neutral in a situation that's not stressful. You know what I mean? To know what she's actually like.
Yeah.
When she does that squinting thing, I'm like, what is that? Like, wait, when she does that squinting thing, and anyways, yeah, it would be interesting.
I tried to pull video. There's a video from her birthday party out there, but I couldn't find much. And I tried to pull that last night, but I wasn't able to find it. Hey, Amy Skull, and I'm gonna check that now, Toxic, while we watch this.
I told her good night, and yeah, that was it. I was the one who took her to school in the morning. That was my partner. But yeah.
13.
She's 13 years old.
13,
Madeline.
What are you thinking right now?
In my heart, I feel like somebody took her. This isn't like her to just pick up and run away, or just not go to school. I don't know what to think.
The friends' parents, you've contacted, and you went through every single person?
Everyone that we know that she knows, we've contacted them all, reached out to them. The parents have gone out to search and look for her as well. And we haven't come up with anything yet.
I've seen a lot of posts on Facebook.
Yeah, the family went out to search, but not her.
She's like the friends, the parents, the strangers, and she does nothing.
Yep. Absolutely. Toxic did get me the document from yesterday, so I'm gonna drop her Discord, see if I can access the live from my phone, and I'll pin her Discord at the top, and we'll go over that when we get done watching this. I'm gonna see what else I can do today, but I'll have to go to cook dinner soon. Amy said, I think she hated her daughter. I do too. I think she was jealous of her daughter. I think she hated her daughter. All of that. I mean, the look on her face right now says it all, in my opinion, but
Hunters Creek rants and raves and what have you. Did people say that they were going to conduct some type of like search party or anything?
A lot of people have asked me to volunteer, like if there is one, if they can do one. I have people passing out flyers, going to every store in that vicinity, gas station, church. I think people were being stopped in the street this morning in front of the school to see if they've seen anything, if they've heard anything.
But you didn't do any of it.
Yeah.
Why?
You see how weird? Yeah, and she right in the beginning, is it the one where she goes, "Oh, my whole family's a mess." You go, "Oh, how are you holding up?" She's like, "Oh, well, my whole family's a mess." I didn't ask about your family. The whole family's a mess. They're handing out flyers. People are asking her, "What can we do? What can we do?" The parents of the friends are going out for hours hiking around the school looking for Maddie.
Yep. And they want her to be part.
Oh, I was so scared. I didn't know where to look.
Yeah, and they want her to be part of the search party, but she can't. Like, they were asking her to be part of the search party. Like, stop. But she can't, Yeah, look at those crazy.
My family they're going all out right now. Yeah.
I know as a mother, a lot is going on in your brain.
So much
to bring her back home. What have the law enforcement told you that you are able to share?
I mean, that they're doing the best they can. They've had detectives come out, interview us. They took a piece of her clothing for the canine dog to see if they can sniff her out.
So again, she looked up and away, but right now where she's talking about the canine, she looks them dead in the eye. Amy said this woman medicated her own reasoning away. She was totally checked out while being questioned. She was. Toxic said she never calls her daughter by name. It's always she.
Yeah.
Yep.
The interviewer, the reporter has to prompt her like, so what's her like, so what is your child's name? This is an interview for TV about a missing child. What the first thing you do, you put a picture of the child and say, this is my daughter, Maddie. She's this years old, she's this tall, she looks like this, she's wearing this, she likes to do this. You know what I mean? Nothing.
Mm-hmm. She doesn't do any of it. They have to.
I remember when this broke and this was on TV, like, you know, like when this was like live going on, and I watched this and I was like, well, who is it? Well, who's the missing child? Well, what's her name? Well, where's a
Right.
picture of her? Not even a photo. How are people supposed to find her? Because they're not supposed to find her.
Right. It's ridiculous. And they do. She doesn't have any pictures up. She's not talking about her. Absolutely. You're absolutely right.
Even the McCanns were better because they had photos of Madeline and they knew what happened to her.
Yep.
You know?
Nanny Goat said the pushing lips is a gesture to keep from saying something she doesn't want to say. And Toxic said, watch how Stern makes appearances as well. Yeah, Stearns walks around in the background. Yeah, you just see him like kind of lurking, but being, I don't know, it seems like he's there to make sure she doesn't say the wrong thing. Shell Whalen says, and thank you for being here, says, come on, everyone. Jen couldn't look for Maddie. She needs her sleep. Right. I couldn't believe that. She said she went home and went to sleep. It was ridiculous.
I'm not sure when that's being done.
Do you have any inkling where she possibly could be? Like if you would say, okay, last time I went to work and came back, she was at Jane's house or Sabrina's house, and maybe I forgot to check that house, or she played at this park one weekend, maybe she went back there or something like that.
We've looked everywhere we could have thought, and anywhere she would have been. She would have known to wait for me at the school. But we did check if she could have walked.
She's shaking. She's squinting her eyes. She's starting to stutter. You looked around the school, but that was it.
My mom's office is close to the school. We checked there. We checked the walking paths that she could have taken. We've checked all of her friend's house. I think we've checked everywhere I could think of, honestly.
But you didn't check her friend's house. You called them. You didn't go over there and check.
What do you think? Oh gosh, I just had it tip my tongue. What was she wearing?
She was last seen wearing a green hoodie, black shorts, white Crocs, a black JanSport backpack with gray hibiscus flowers on it. That's about it.
And you said this is not like her.
Not at all.
To run away, an argument, anything like that to provoke her?
She's never done anything like this, no. And we haven't had any arguments recently to have this outcome.
What school?
Hunters Creek Middle School.
Tom, any questions?
No.
And they're going to interview Stefan. Yeah, she's saying she was seen because, again, that supposedly they thought they had her on camera at the preschool. But then, I mean,
but she said, what is she wearing? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because he said, what was she wearing? She was wearing a hoodie and Crocs and shorts. Oh, she was seen because like this is passive voice. Passive voice is when you are removing the focus from the same because I'm a teacher. Passive voice is when you remove the focus from the subject because either you know who did the action or you don't know who did the action, or it's like it's obvious who does the action. Like you don't say like English is spoken by Americans in the US. It's like obviously by Americans or like
Right.
by everybody. So that's passive voice because you're taking the focus off the actual agent of the action, like who does the action. And like when she said she was last spotted, like I get that because she was like, oh, by a camera or whatever. Like, yeah, like I agree with you, that makes sense. But here he said, what was she wearing? She was last seen, like, bitch, you saw her getting ready that morning, didn't you?
Yeah. Yep.
And yeah, like what Joseph said, the conclusive, yeah. If you're when you're looking for someone, you keep looking the same places over and over and over and over, and you keep thinking like, oh, maybe it's this, maybe it's that, and like and not even like the guilty part is like, oh no, we can't find him. Oh no, I already called everybody. Oh no, no, can't find it. Oh no, she's not anywhere.
Yep. Yep. Whereas, like Joseph and you are saying, a real parent would be like, it's possible she could be anywhere. Look everywhere. Look under your cars. Look look everywhere. Not we've checked everywhere. We can't find her. That's it. That's all. Right. Exactly.
Yeah. Oh, really? Did you check the entire country? You know what I mean?
Right.
Did you check the airport that she was flown out? Like, no.
Right. Leah, thank you for being here. And Anna says, remember the night before, Jen said that Madeline forgot her meds that night, but her best friend had said she hadn't taken them since Valentine's Day. So that was a good thing to point out, Anna. And I hadn't even thought about that. So Jen's saying she's continuously taking her medicine while Madeline's telling her best friend at school that she hasn't taken them since Valentine's Day. And the best friend at school says that you could tell she hadn't taken them because she was acting ill and angry and kind of acting out, frustrated and all of that. That was a good point, Leah. I mean, Anna.
Is there anything that you think our viewers would need to know about the way you're feeling, the way the family's feeling, Madeline?
We are desperate for any answers, anything that you can do to help. I'm here for it. Just please, if you see my daughter, just please bring her home. I just hope you're okay, Maddie. I hope you're safe. I hope you're not hurt. I just hope she's okay.
When did you know?
So she did say Maddie finally
That she was missing, because this was at the beginning of the morning.
She got dropped off in the morning. We did not notice until after school pickup at 4 o'clock when I went to go pick her up, and she wasn't at school.
So we're going in 24 hours now.
Yeah.
Just about.
Yeah.
Nothing.
No word. No text message. No messages anywhere from her. I've looked at all her social medias. I've looked at all her games she could have played with. Any app. No weird conversations. No.
So that's weird to me because I don't think there's no way in hell that there wasn't weird conversations between her and Stefan. And we know that there was, whether they were deleted by that time or not. We know they were talking about the parenting coin. Infamous truth teller said maybe she was pretending to take them and she was just cheeking them in the side of her cheek and then throwing them out. That's a possibility. Hazel also points out she's not desperate for any answers because she knows the answers. Leah says zero sincerity from this woman. It gives me the chills. Yeah. Bella said she knows she's a pile of dirt. Hey, Anna, Grigori, thank you for being here. Anna says since the day after Maddie's birthday, Jen had her, quote, days off. So why in the hell did she need Stefan Stern to come up and, quote, help? Also, as she had a doctor's appointment that morning, so she could have got up and made sure that Madeline went to school. All of those things is what I feel like you're about to say. And yeah, you're absolutely right. And I didn't even think about that. That's a good point. Amy said, I think she knows too, but she's convinced herself she knows nothing. Right. Toxic said she's got to think about those words. I'd be bawling my eyes out and pleading. Why not say come home? Said Bad Girl. We just want you safe and sound. Right.
Nothing strange. Everything was conversations with just normal friends or us.
She knows how to get home by herself, as if, like, let's just say, to take a bus or an Uber or something like that. She would know how to get home alone, correct?
I'm not sure. I don't know if she would know how to get home. Maybe, I mean, if someone got in the car with her and if she pointed the way, what roads, she probably could figure out how to get, but like, does she know a full address? I don't think she does.
Which would give me it just puts in my brain that she always comes home with someone.
She always comes home with me.
There's no need for her to really learn. Okay. And you said no time? I think that was everything. All right. The first question is if I can get your.
Okay, so now we see Steppen. His eyes are red like he's been crying. But remember,
or
the
smoking.
roommate said, yeah, I was gonna say, remember the roommate said that he got stupid high that night. Like she had never seen him get high like that before, and he got stupid high.
Yeah, these red eyes here, that's not crying.
Right.
It's a different kind
You
of
don't think
red,
so?
you know?
Yeah. You think it's
He's a better actor than Maddie. He's a better actor than Jen.
Yeah.
You know? He even like wipes he's got a tissue, he's like wiping his nose and his dry face and whatever, but
right. Cara pointed out too, they're not swollen. Yep.
yeah, like I say, no snot, no crying. And
right.
when we start crying, the tip of our nose gets red.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know,
you're right.
If there's no snot and your nose ain't red, you're not crying.
Yep. They are a little low, Tosh. They do make Maddie sound like a toddler, Anna. Yeah, they are a little low.
Your first and last name and spell them both out for me.
Stephen Stearns, STEPHAN STERNS.
All right, so Stephen, you seem very emotional right now. Explain to us.
I'm scared that the police are going to find what I've been doing and I'm going to go to jail for the rest of my life. Oh my God.
I dropped her off. Everything looked fine when I drove away. It's the last time we saw.
No eye contact until just now.
What were the conversations that y'all had in the car when you dropped her off?
Not much. She was asleep for most of the way. Told her have a good day at school when she got out. I love her. Said thanks, love you too. That was it.
And so where do you think she could possibly be? I mean, this isn't, as I was told, this isn't normal behavior.
This is not normal behavior. She's not the type that would just run off. We don't know where she could be. And we're scared.
You should be scared, you stupid mother trucker. When he says that she loved him. Yeah, he always talks about she knew nothing but love in this house. We love her so much. She loves us so much. I love you.
Yeah. She was never told no.
Yeah.
In one interview, he goes, she was never told no. Double-edged sword that was. He's actually good with words. But like we get annoyed because he's, the words that he uses like meandering and whatever. But I'm like, he is good with words, but
yeah. It's hard to watch without wanting to choke him through the videos, through the computer screen.
We just want her home.
Are you, in a sense, blaming yourself?
It's hard not to.
Why?
Because you're guilty as fuck? Sorry.
I dropped her off early. I could have waited longer. She looked okay. She was walking towards the school when I saw her. It was like any other day, so I went on with it.
So Nanny Goat said that slight head shaking is another lie clue. That's absolutely correct. And notice how he's shaking his head no, but his mouth is saying something completely different.
My day.
See him shaking his head no? That's how you know he's lying. That's what he does when he lies.
It's hard not to blame myself.
What has the conversation been with Jen since?
She's been a lot stronger than me. She's been holding it together really well, and but it just keeps coming in waves. Just reality keeps hitting.
Yeah, reality keeps hitting because of what you did, and Jen is stronger because she doesn't. I think she had straight apathy for Madeline. I think she didn't care. She was jealous. In my opinion, Leah said, when you see the police cam enter Jen's home from the door entry, you see Maddie's so-called bedroom cubicle. Maddie's living situation was awful. The flatmates knew the situation. You think so? I question if some of them knew because they got home so late, but I don't know. Because the one said she slept in that cubicle thing, even though we know she didn't.
We don't know where she is. We don't know if she's.
See, he keeps shaking his head no because he knows the answer to all these questions. That's what he does when he lies.
Safe. We're just scared. We just want her home.
Have you, like, literally put boots on the ground, went out?
Yeah, I even went out with the cops where I had dropped her off. And we looked all up and down the road, all on communities, and there was nothing helpful. None of the cameras were pointing the street.
Yeah, and he thought he got away with that shit until the police catch him on the camera driving around everywhere. He said that area because he knew there was no cameras there, and we figured that out when we watched the police and him interacting about where he supposedly dropped her off a few minutes ago. Maddie looked exactly like her biological father. Maybe that's what fueled the animosity and dislike for her daughter, says infamous truth teller. That's a good point. He does even sniff. Anna said, like my guinea pig has better lodging than Maddie, so it makes me mad. Yeah.
Nothing, which in 2024 was surprising.
Land.
The church across the street had some cameras, and they mentioned seeing her waiting around in the parking lot for a while before moving on, and that was it. But it was grainy. It was grainy footage, and not much else.
Does it seem like she walked west, east?
They said in the direction of the school. I'm not sure what that is.
What was the language? Not language verbally, language, body language. When you dropped her off, did she seem happy? Was she like, I'm going to meet my friends?
Happy. She got a happy weekend. She just turned 13. She had her 13th birthday party. She was happy that we were all together here, and she's just very happy. She was a happy kid. She's very sweet. She's a very sweet girl. She brings a lot of joy to us, and we just...
That right there is like nails on a chalkboard, that she brings a lot of joy to us after reading the document about what he was doing to the poor child when she would try to sleep, telling her she can't watch cartoons or play on the phone unless she holds things in her. I mean, oh God. He was a happy kid. She was a happy kid. He absolutely did say that. I'm going to take it back. He did say she was a happy kid. Let's listen to that again. Thank you, Cozy, for pointing that out.
What was the language? Not language verbally, language, body language. When you dropped her off, did she seem happy? Was she like, I'm going to meet my friends?
Happy. She got a happy weekend. She just turned 13. She had her 13th birthday party. She was happy that we were all together here, and she's just very happy. She was a happy kid. She's very sweet. She's a very sweet girl. She brings a lot of joy to us, and we just...
Yeah, he absolutely said she was a very happy girl. She did, past tense.
Just not knowing.
So the unknown is killing
you. Yeah, it's like our whole world is upside down. Not feeling her presence here is... Sorry. It's hard.
Oh, no, you're fine. No need to apologize. What do you want our viewers to know? when they see this?
She's a sweetheart. She's a very sweet, kind girl. Just please be nice to her. Bring her home if you find her. Tell her that we love her. Wherever she is, I hope she's okay.
I mean, if someone...
Again, he's shaking his head no. Wherever she is, I hope she's okay. But he's shaking his head no. It was very slight, but you could see it. It was very subtle, but you could see it. I'll back it up because he knows the answer. It's highlighting somebody else's comments. Anna said yes, since her doctor's appointment was the day that she could have got along with Madeline and had a great day with herself and her daughter. She sure is hiding something. Yep. I hate it when he says she brought a lot of joy, sick pervert. Yeah, he does. He does. And it does piss me. It pisses me off too, Abellis. Infamous says Stephen Stearns still acts with entitlement in jail. And that source comes from his parents because they talk to him often on the phone. Yeah, he gets sarcastic with the inmates. I read over some of his jail files that I had, and he's getting sarcastic, not with the inmates, but with the COs and stuff. Yeah. Maddie was too kind. I wish that you could have escaped Stephen Stearns. I wish she could have too. Hey, Itchy, thank you for being here. To him acting, you just came in and to him acting and now you want to throw up. I don't blame you.
Just please be nice to her. Bring her home if you find her. Tell her that we love her. Wherever she is, I hope she's okay.
I mean, if someone were to come in contact with her and you gave me her diagnoses, would it be easy to approach her without any like agitation or anything?
Yeah. She's a good kid. She's a good kid.
Jen said they want almost 11,000 for the phone calls to be released. I tried to get the phone calls and they cited some kind of statute and said I couldn't have them. But I'm going to try that again. Not that I have anywhere. I don't even have $1,000 to spend on it, but let's see what they say.
You can sum up in one complete sentence: waking up, getting ready to drop her off at school, dropping her off at school, to now speaking to me after talking to the police about her being missing for over 24 hours right now. And what complete sentence would that be?
A living nightmare. It's a living nightmare.
It is a living nightmare because you know what you did. Hey, Darlene, thank you for being here.
They started off like any other. I just want to wake up. You just get hit with waves of the reality. Just it's setting in. So
it's setting in that what he did, yeah, Maddie's life was a living nightmare. I think it's more setting in waves. Go ahead.
No, finish what you're saying. Go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say, I think it's more about him. He's realizing what he did, and he's scared to death, and it's coming in waves of what he did, not a damn thing to do with Maddie. Oh,
okay. Yeah, sorry. Sorry. Yeah, but like, like you know how I said that he's like a really good actor. Of course, he can't cry, but it's if you forget that there are no tears, it's pretty convincing, and he knows how to talk about emotions more than Jen.
Yep.
Because Jen has no emotion. She was like, "Oh yeah, so we took her to school and like she's gone and you know, she's so forgetful and she's ADHD and she's this and she's that." Blah, blah, blah. But like, look at him, and then you know he's like distraught. He's like fake sobby, but like sobbing, and he's like, and he's like sniffling, and he's drying his dry eyes, and like he is using emotional language.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when I saw this on the when it was happening was live, and I saw Jen's interview first, and I was like, well, that's weird. She's not worried about her kid. And I saw him, and I was like, well, he seems more upset. Like for a second, I kind of fell for it.
Yeah.
Because it was like it was the first thing that I saw. You know, we didn't know anything. She was still missing. I was like,
right.
Wow, he's really upset. But then I thought, wait, how come the mom doesn't care, but this random dude does?
Right. Yep. A lot of us noticed that.
You know?
You're absolutely right. Leah said he doesn't come across as a real man, though something very boyish about him, especially with his cap back to front. Yeah. And that's the way he wants to appear because he's a freaking chomo. Amy said, just for a second though, right? And then Bad Girl said he did show more emotion than Jen, but he was in love with a child on a different disgusting level. Absolutely. And then real quick, Toxic said, sick. He knows what he did, and it's setting in because he knows he's going to be found out for the sick, deranged pervert that he is. Yep, absolutely. And that's what's freaking him out, not that Maddie's gone.
As soon as it got dark last night, we started falling apart. We knew it wasn't going to come to an end. But now we're going on 24 hours and still nothing. Conflicting reports here and there. People say they see this or that. None of it's conclusive and none of it's helpful. We just wanted a baby girl back.
He's referring to her as his baby girl. And you know, that's the thing, like, he wasn't acting like it really was a living nightmare for him. He really was upset. He was scared to death he was going to get found out. And this one, I guess it doesn't show Jen comforting him like the other one.
Tom, any questions?
No, I'm good.
Thank you.
Just because you hold up there for me.
I won't pull that up because I don't want to make us all sick. We'll look at that tomorrow because I'm gonna have to go.
I'm Vinny Politan. Thank you so much for joining us tonight here on Close.
Okay. That's interesting. I'll have to see. Let me see what this is real quick. What they play. Oh, they might have it. Okay, hold on. Let me see if I can pull that up where she comforts him. And then I'm going to read a document that comes from As the Gavel Drops Discord. I dropped them in my description box because I can't access my live from my phone, which is really weird. Let me see if I can pull it up that way. Hey, Nolly, thank you for being here. So, yeah, we got behavior analysis people breaking it down. Let's see. No, that's going to show him talking about it. I don't know. Y'all know what it was. I'm not seeing it. I'll see if I can find it tonight and we'll find out about it. I'll look for it. Thank you for being here, Nolly. I'm going to pull up this document real quick that's from yesterday. Again, this is in As the Gavel Drops Discord. Please give them a like and subscribe, or go follow them on Discord. I'm thinking about YouTube. I do have them in the description box below. They were able to pull this document. So this document was filed yesterday, I do believe. I don't know what today's date. Yep, yesterday. And it is for defendant's motion to modify jury instructions regarding the defendant's burden of proof. Okay, Cozy, thank you for being here. Zio dropped As the Gavel Drops Discord. Thank you for doing that. So this was filed by Stephen Stearns, or his attorney, yesterday in the Circuit Court, 9th Judicial Circuit Criminal Justice Division in and for Osceola County, Florida. It gives us the case number, the division, the state of Florida. And it says defendant's, excuse me, defendant's motion to modify jury instructions regarding the defendant's burden of proof. Oh my gosh, Nancy. Hold on. Let me do it this way. This way I can scroll down. Hold on just a minute. All right. Now, back to the document. It says the defendant's motion to modify jury instructions regarding the defendant's burden of proof comes now the defendant, Stephen Stearns, by and through his undersigned attorneys, and files this motion to modify jury instructions regarding the defendant's burden of proof. In support of this motion, Mr. Stearns would state as follows. 1. Standard Jury Inspection 7.11 or 7.11 reads in pertinent part, it is the defendant's burden to prove that one or more mitigating circumstances exist. Mitigating circumstances and need not be proven beyond a reasonable doubt. Instead, the defendant need only prove a mitigating circumstance by the greater weight of the evidence, which means evidence that's more likely than not tends to establish the existence of a mitigating circumstance. If you determine by the greater weight of the evidence that a mitigating circumstance exists, you must consider it proven and give that evidence such weight as you determine it should receive. You need not reach unanimous decision about whether the defendant has proven the existence of a mitigating circumstance. Any juror persuaded as to the existence of a mitigating circumstance must consider it in this case. So what is his mitigating circumstance? Yeah, the defendant's burden of proof of a mitigating circumstance. So what is he saying? What is the mitigating circumstance? What is he saying? Basically he's saying there is a circumstance that made me do what I did. What is the circumstance? This is going to be interesting. I hope that they do televise this. Section, it gives us a statute, does not impose a burden of proof on the defendant to prove mitigating circumstances. Rather, it states, in a case where the court imposes a death sentence, the court shall enter a written order addressing the aggravating factors and, quote, the mitigating circumstances reasonably established by the evidence. Mr. Stearns requests that any language that places a burden on the defense of proving mitigating circumstances be removed from the instructions to the jury. Florida's capital sentencing scheme begins with the documentation of whether a defendant is eligible for the death penalty, which requires a unanimous filing that a statutory aggravating factor has been proved beyond a reasonable doubt. It states a case. Next, the jury must consider whether sufficient aggravating factors exist and whether aggravating factors exist which outweigh the mitigating circumstances found to exist. The Supreme Court has expressed doubt whether it's even possible to apply standard of proof to the mitigating factor determination. The facts justifying the death sentence set forth in Kansas statute either did or did not exist, and one can require the finding that they did exist to be made beyond a reasonable doubt. Whether mitigation exists, however, is largely a judgment call or perhaps a value call. What one juror might consider mitigating and another might not. And of course, the ultimate question, whether mitigating circumstances outweigh aggravating circumstances, is mostly a question of mercy, the quality of which, as we know, is not sustained. So what is, Leah says, a factor that lessens the severity of an accident. So they're gonna say that her death was an accident. Yep, only chance he's got, says Anna. Yep. So yeah, he got hit and got in an accident when he was a child, but I'm wondering if that's the accident or if they're gonna try to claim that Madeline's death was an accident. I need to search it. I'm gonna search it in a minute. Florida's procedure follows the same rules, and thus it is similarly difficult to assign a standard of proof to the mitigating circumstances in Florida's statutory scheme. The standard instruction does not follow the law as set out in section, and it gives the section, Florida statutes, and is therefore an incorrect statement of law. The standard jury instruction regarding the burden of proof for mitigating factors denies Mr. Stearns a fair trial to due process under the Florida Constitution and the 6th, 8th, and 14th Amendments to the United States Constitution. Wherefore, Mr. Stearns respectfully requests this honorable court enter an order removing from the jury instructions any language that places on the defense the burden of proving mitigating circumstances. And they signed it. stating that it's been e-filed. All right, hold on a minute. Let me get my phone to look up mitigating circumstances. Traumatic brain injury. Yeah. What does Florida statute consider mitigating circumstances? It says mitigating circumstances shall be the following. The defendant has no significant history of prior criminal activity, which was A, or B, the capital felony was committed while the defendant was under the influence of extreme mental or emotional disturbance. Let me pull it up so you guys can see it. Hold on, I'll type it in so you guys can see what it says. Let me share my screen. We'll go to Google. It should be good enough. Right here is what I was reading. Mitigating, let me make sure y'all can see it. Sometimes you can't. Yeah. Okay. Mitigating circumstances shall be the following. A, the defendant has no significant history of prior criminal activity, or B, the capital felony was committed while the defendant was under the influence of extreme mental or emotional disturbance. This states, according to Florida statute, mitigating circumstances that may justify a departure from the lowest permissible sentence include the defendant was a minor. That's not. The defendant was under the influence of extreme mental or emotional disturbance. The defendant was under extreme duress or domination by another person. The defendant's capacity to understand the criminality of their actions was impaired. The defendant's age at the time of the crime. The defendant's background has other factors that would mitigate against the death penalty. The defendant cooperated with the state to resolve the offense. The need for restitution to the victim, which that's not it. The victim provoked the defendant. The defendant negotiated a legitimate plea bargain. We know it's not that. If I had to guess, I would say it would be the defendant was under the influence of an extreme mental or emotional disturbance. It could be that. It could be the defendant was under extreme duress or domination by another person, which would be Jennifer. The defendant's capacity to understand the criminality of their actions was impaired if he tries to say he was on a lot of medication. The defendant's background has other factors that would mitigate against the death penalty. Again, that's going to go to the accident or medications. None of those. Or the victim provoked the defendant, if I had to guess. Yeah, Amy says this is all to save his life because he knows he's going to prison. Jenny said maybe because Chris said that Saturday he seemed really anxious. Yeah, possible. Toxic said he will have to prove that, though, to an extent. So we will have two experts, one for the prosecution and one for the defense. Yep. They will have to get a doctor to say he had a psychotic break. Yeah, Amy. But with all the previous CP I've heard, I have a hard time believing any of this will be granted. He's trying to justify his action. Oh, yeah, sure. Hold on just a minute. Okay, I dropped the link. Nanny Goat said, this trial is his CP charges, and he will claims his disability are his mitigating factors. Do you think? I don't know if this is for the CP charge or for the death of Madeline. Wasn't under all that duress when he was trying to cover it up, though. He wasn't, and that's a good thing to point out, Jen. Hey, Eddie. How are you?
What's going on? How you doing, everybody? How you doing, allegedly speculating?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Well, I'm a resident of Florida.
Okay.
And I do know that we take crimes against children very serious.
Right. So do you think that you think he's just trying to do whatever he can to get out of the death penalty?
I think it's not. So he had CP on his phone, and
Right.
I'm wondering if he was sharing that with other people.
Yeah, I think he was.
So if
Because
he was, there's a ring. There's a ring of people.
right. I'm gonna pull up what
So
makes me. Sorry, go ahead.
go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh, I'm just gonna I'm gonna pull up why I think he was sharing. And I'm gonna get that pulled up real quick. But yeah, I think he absolutely was. You go ahead now. Sorry about that.
So
you want it in the trash?
Hold on. I'm gonna mute you, Rubber. Okay, sorry about that. Go ahead.
So if he was sharing that info and more people end up getting arrested, if he was sharing the videos and images and stuff with other people and it leads to more arrests, it will likely take the death penalty off the table.
You think? I'm wondering. I mean, yeah. I'm wondering if he's going to share the info, though.
If he doesn't, then it's not. It's not going to take it
Yeah.
off the table.
So, hey, Eddie, nice to meet you. And hi, Rubber, and allegedly, good afternoon.
Hi, good afternoon. Thank you for being here. Okay.
Thank you for having me. So, explain to me what it is that we're going over. Are we trying to understand the mitigating factors, or are we trying to understand why they haven't arrested more people? Explain to me, because I guess I'm in a place where I'm confused at the moment.
So the document states that he wants to change the jury instructions to make them understand, or I can't, hold on. He's basically going over the mitigating factors and what are his mitigating factors. We pulled up on Google what the mitigating factors could be for the Florida statute. And I don't understand, like, evidently he's trying to get the death penalty taken off of the table. And Eddie was saying that if he shares the information about, like, if there is a ring, if he shares that information, then it is going to get that taken off the table. And
That's my opinion. That's my opinion.
Yeah,
right.
No, absolutely. Absolutely. What I was going to say was a mitigating factor. I mean, honestly, it could be something as simple.
Where'd you go? I think you disconnected. I'm going to show y'all why I think there was a ring right there. So you can see this blue light. It's on. This modem right here is on. It's in a storage facility. Like that, you don't have that unless you're trying to do some shit that you don't want anybody. That is for, like, if they find you, see the modem is on. If they find you, you can get rid of everything real quick and dump it. Like this blew my mind. So that's why me personally, I think that there was some kind of ring going on. All this is plugged in. This was being used in a storage unit.
That's insane. That's insane that's in a storage unit. My storage unit does not have power to it except for the light that's above. That's insane.
Yeah.
I never saw that before.
I've never seen that in a storage unit before either. And I mean, shouldn't they be paying an extra electric bill before all that?
I don't even know how they had it running. There's no, I didn't see a generator. This is in my video too of photos, and it's in the middle.
In most cases, garages will have at least one outlet, if not more. Storage units.
But what, storage units, okay.
Okay, I've never had a storage unit before, so I guess I wouldn't know, but I wouldn't think they would have outlets.
I pay like $200 a month for my storage unit, and I don't have no electricity. I'm getting gypped.
I'm not saying all storage units do, but there's a lot, especially being down south.
Oh, I know. Yeah. I'm in Texas. I'm just joking around, but yeah, I absolutely find this disgusting. And so your thought process is that there's some sort of, so that there's more people than just him that they should be implicating in a ring of sorts. Is that what you're saying, allegedly?
Yes, that's my opinion.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what All Things Serious was saying, that there could possibly be more, and then that would mean that would change the mitigating circumstances if he's to roll on the people he was sharing the images with. And again, I mean, if you look at the document, there was 37,000 images that they found. So, I mean, that's not, I'm not trying to be insensitive, but we know this man was a very sick person. That's not something that you're going to have for quote unquote personal pleasure. That's for mass production, not 3,700.
Right.
Even
Right.
that would be a lot, but this is 37,000. That's mass
Right.
production.
Selling, or yeah, I get what you're saying. Yeah, selling on the black web or dark market or whatever you want to call it, or sending it out to people that are your clients and stuff like that. Yeah, that would make sense if that were the case. And I hope that comes out somehow or another.
Me too.
Oh, where'd you go? Where'd you go, Rubber?
Oh, Rubber disconnected.
She's always doing a drive-by.
Yeah, so you can see there that the modem is on. I mean, it has power, so I'm wondering if we're going to hear about that. And see there, you can see the green light right there. That's on. And there's a close-up of it. So, I don't know. Hey, Slim Summers. Thank you for being here. It's for the murder, the jury instructions, is it? It's possible. Sorry, my kids were coming in and out and I'm standing by the door. LJ says Chris Stearns had to know. Yeah, so thank you for sharing that with me. All Things Serious.
Yeah, because the governor down here got rid of the three strikes law against children, because it used to be 3 strikes. 10 years, 20 years, and then life in prison, and he got rid of that.
Yeah.
That's such an interesting point of view. I like that. I appreciate that a whole bunch, because I've been so center focused on the facts of the case surrounding Maddie in general. I haven't thought any more about what the bigger picture could be. So that is excellent insight.
Yeah, that is. And thank you for breaking down sharing that with us, because I mean, I'm leaning towards that more too, and that's the storage unit that they found it at. So, Hazel, stop.
That's wild.
Well, I appreciate you doing that. If you guys want to see the document, it's on As the Gavel Drops Discord. That's in the description box. I'm gonna have to go for the day because I've got to get dinner started and take care of the kids. But if you guys want to see those pictures, it's in video 2 of the photos of concerns. I'll show y'all what the thumbnail looks like. It's got Stefan with the picture of one of the modems on it. So hold on just a minute. And thank you for coming up, All Things Serious, and sharing that with us, because yeah, it makes a lot of sense. Right.
I'm going to drop down. I just wanted to say hi and that I appreciate you, allegedly. And Eddie, it was really nice to meet you in person, sort of.
Yeah, nice to meet you too.
Sort of in person, I guess. You guys have a good rest of your day.
You too. Thank you. And thank you, Eddie. It was nice to meet you on panel.
Yeah, being a survivor, I'm very, I respect those who, take crimes against children very serious.
Yeah, I'm sorry you had to go through something like that.
It's, before I would have been like, hard to talk about it, but nowadays I'm a survivor. I'm no longer a victim. I'm a survivor.
Right.
So, I had no control over it. It wasn't my fault. It happened. I feel bad that this case is so heartbreaking that
it is.
She was being manipulated at such a young age.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. I mean, the age of 8 is when they can document that it started. But again, I mean, it started before then, before the person's going to get comfortable enough to be having evidence of it. So God only knows how old she was.
Yep.
Hey, Rubber, sorry.
No, it's okay. Again, I love you and appreciate that you're letting me figure out my StreamYard with this. For some reason, when my mic is muted, it's kicking me.
Yeah, that's weird.
So that's why I'm saying I didn't understand. That's why I keep trying to play with it to see what it is that I'm messed up with here. So anyways, don't mind me. I'm trying to be quiet.
Oh, okay, you're good. I like that you're not a victim, you're a survivor. I like that, and I'm glad that's a good way to look at it. A lot of people have dealt with horrible things, and I like that aspect. And I've got a lot of respect for that.
Well, you know what it is? For the longest time, I blamed myself. So I was the victim, right? I blamed myself. And I had a therapist tell me, because I've been going to therapy for 13 years. I had one therapist tell me, she's like, you ever thought about looking at it as you're a survivor and quit blaming yourself?
Yeah.
And it took me a couple of years to take that statement and really acknowledge it, So, but talking about it doesn't really affect me like it used to. Sometimes it does. It depends on my moment. But, when this case came out, being from Florida, being in Central Florida, Kissimmee, Florida is not too far from where I live. Really. I wish I was in a cell with Steven Stearns. I will tell you this.
Me and you both.
I would take 3 hots in a cot just to get in the cell with him.
Yeah. I don't know if you heard what he's doing, but he's still sarcastic. He catches attitude with the COs. He's been ripping paint off the wall and making balls and just acting how like it's just so inconvenient for him to be there. And I'm like, I mean, I don't think he sees any problem with his actions still to this day personally, and I find that sick.
Cold-hearted. That's what it is.
Yeah.
And I don't understand how the mother's not getting arrested and charged with, CA or something like that.
I don't either. I mean, she's playing it off well that she's so heavily medicated that she didn't know anything. But, women, I'm not. I know for a damn fact there's no way you didn't know anything. She's showing that she's got bipolar to the point that you're going and getting her medication for bipolar at the age of 12. And somebody brought up an important statement the other day in chat and said they don't even usually start you on medication for bipolar until you're at least 16, 17, 18, because that's how old I was when they started me on medication for it. I was 17 and they said they didn't want to even put me on it until I was 18, but they gave me anxiety medications. But for a 12-year-old to be showing signs of bipolar and you're still saying that, nobody thought that maybe it's something else. Nobody looked into it possibly being something else. And you had absolutely no idea. I don't believe it. I don't believe it.
Yep. I agree. I have bipolar.
Yep.
Yeah. I take medication for it, and it doesn't make you drowsy. It doesn't make you sleepy. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But wait.
It also depends on what you're taking, too.
Yeah,
honestly.
I was to say it depends on what you're taking and
let me
the
change that
dosage and the
statement.
person.
Yes, it depends on the medication.
But for a 12-year-old to be on it?
No, absolutely
They should
not.
no.
She should have went to a mental health professional and we would have had talk therapy. I mean, the way they do things now, because they don't want to give you medication or not medication. They don't want to give diagnoses until you're 18 for bipolar or anything like that, because it sticks with you. It's with you. Once that's on your record, you're done. It's on your record for life.
Right.
Correct, Sarah Lee. Correct. She says, I have a mental illness. Medication affect people different ways, but there's no medication she could have taken that made her oblivious to this for that many years.
Right.
So true.
Absolutely.
Yep.
So true.
Absolutely. It's really sad.
This will be a case, just like some other people say, this will be a case that will be studied for years. This will, I am sure, go down in the professor books for psychology and, criminal history.
Yep. Absolutely. Because I mean, it just doesn't make sense no matter how you try to look at it, from what aspect, from what angle, it doesn't make sense. It just doesn't add up. But
this has been a great live today. Thank you.
Yeah, it has been. And thank you, All Things Serious. I don't know if you want me to call you by your name or not, but thank you.
You call me Eddie. That's fine. It's Eddie.
Everybody calls him Eddie on all the panels I've seen him on.
Yeah, that's how I know his name. All right. Well, thank you, Robert, for coming up, and thank you, Eddie, for coming up and sharing your story with us. That I think we had a really good conversation here today, and I really appreciate all of your perspectives and points of views, and I appreciate y'all all sharing that with us today.
You got an amazing channel. You have an amazing channel.
Thank you.
Somebody put your channel on the link of another channel I was in, and I came over and subscribed, and then I get your notifications, and if I'm not busy with my live stream or something else, I try to listen and, in chat and stuff like that, but you do have an amazing voice for this.
Well, thank you.
And I can hear the passion, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Thank you.
Because some channels are just full of drama and it gets old after a while.
Yeah.
Well, gosh, Eddie, I'm going to have to invite you over to be in my channel when I get it started finally in the next couple of days.
And if you need help, I'll help you with anything because I have a channel too.
Yeah, I need to check yours out. Yeah, and if anybody has any suggestions on how I can improve things, please feel free to email me or let me know, because I'm always looking for ways to improve.
I talk about mental health. That's my thing.
Yeah, that's what Rubber wants to do. She wants to also do mental health aspect of it. Sarah Lee, this is All Things Serious has a channel, Rubber Ramada has a channel, and then me, that's on panel right now. Y'all go sub up to All Things Serious as well, please. And Rubber.
Hold on. I'm going to go to your channel right now because I want to subscribe to Rubber's channel.
Okay.
It's the Rubber Ramada room.
Yeah, you'll have to tell everybody the story. I'll do it. I can do it in the description box. My phone won't allow me to access my lives while I'm live for some reason. I've got to contact YouTube about it.
Yeah, I really wanted to, just letting Eddie know, I really wanted to work on the mental health part of, like, Letitia Stout was the one that really, really got me. And I had gotten contact with Dr. G. He's one of the behavior analysis guys. And I asked him if I could use his stuff and that he had done on her, because that's what got me so irritated and wanting to start my own channel was, excuse me, Letitia Stout.
Yeah, mine was Quentin Simon.
Yeah, that's another one. But
that
using mental health, the way she was using mental health as her reasoning just triggered me so bad, because a lot of these trials and stuff, they blame it on mental health, and it's like, okay, that's a possibility, but there is help out there. So what's your next excuse?
Right.
So Rubber.
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna if we do a collab on a video of mine, I can promote your channel.
Okay. Well,
and maybe that will help
maybe
you get
can teach me a little more.
Yeah.
I'm an older woman that I don't know. I kind of walked away from everything 4 years ago. When COVID happened, that nasty word, I shut down all my social media. I quit doing everything. So this is just all starting over for me. And then when I got ready to start over, Hurricane Beryl came and blasted my computer. And so I had to wait for a new one. And I just got it in 2 days ago. So I'm very excited. But I will...
They're asking you to comment in chat so they can get your link to your channel.
I just if you go to the description of this live, like I can't drop it in my live for whatever reason, but if you go to the description of this live right now, All Things Serious link is in there and Rubber Ramada's in there now. So
I got it.
that would be the way I can drop it. Unfortunately, I've got to contact YouTube and ask them why I can't access my live from my phone while I'm live. Like it doesn't show me that I'm live. It's really weird.
So I subscribe to your channel.
Okay, and I'll see if I can. I'll send you an email, and we'll get together that way.
Yeah, I think. Hold on, let me make sure.
I know I have my email. Mine is just rubberramada@gmail.com.
If you let me just make sure my email is connected to my. Yeah, it is. If you go to the about section of my channel, it's there.
Absolutely.
My email address is there.
Thank you, Eddie. I appreciate you.
Yeah. I like, if somebody has a hot topic that deals with mental health, I love talking about it, doing research, sharing the scientific form of it, and then having conversation, open dialogue.
Yeah, I like that too. I'm definitely going to check both of you out. And I've subscribed to both of you, but I'm going to be looking for y'all's lives.
So I started doing 2 lives a day. The afternoon lives is just chill vibes. We talk about anything and everything that comes to mind. But my nighttime lives is when it gets real raw, like emotional sometimes,
Yeah.
Right.
Because, people come in there and they release a lot of info that they're going through. And I keep it respectful, drama-free. My mods know that there's people that come in the chat and they're having a rough day. They're freely to talk about it. And when the live ends, you don't see the replay chat. That's what I try to take care of.
Right. Sounds good.
Yeah. So.
Well, allegedly speculating. Thank you for such a wonderful live today. I don't know if you're done, but I'm going to drop down and I'm going to work on some of this stuff.
Me too.
Okay. Thank you guys, because you guys made it great. Everybody that came up on panel. Thank you.
You make it great, allegedly speculating.
Well, thank you.
All right.
I wouldn't be here without y'all.
Bye, Rubber. You come with insight. And you come with, you do your research. You know what I'm saying? And you have really solid points of your opinion when you talk about it. So.
Well, thank you. That's such a nice thing to say. Sometimes I feel like I need to do a little more research, but that's so sweet. Thank you.
Well, the thing is, right, is I look at it this way. Okay, give me just a second. You're still growing.
Right.
So you're still growing. You're at 3,000, little over 3,000 subs, and you're still growing. The only thing you do is get better from here.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's a ladder you climb.
Right.
So.
Thank you.
And yeah, we all have our moments, our down times when we're live streaming and we mess up. It happens.
Yeah.
And I see in your chat, you got a lot of loyal people.
Yeah. Where the Speculating family is very loyal, and a lot of them come back every single day. And yeah, y'all are all really amazing.
And that's important.
Yeah.
Having it's like, so I have a lot of people in my community that if I don't go live for some reason, they're reaching out to me. I didn't go live for 3 months and people thought I quit.
Oh no.
Yeah, I had issues. But but thank you for having me up here. I don't want to keep dragging you along.
No, you're good. You're fine.
You probably got other things you need to do.
Oh yeah, I gotta go start dinner and stuff and make sure the kids did their schoolwork. But yeah, I appreciate.
What are you cooking for dinner, if you don't mind me asking?
I'm gonna do a pork loin with some carrots and mushrooms in it, and then in the oven, and then to go with it, I don't know yet. I'll have to look because I have like the little pastaroni sides and stuff. I'll have to figure that out.
Ooh man, if you were my neighbor, I'd be coming over for dinner.
Well, you'd be more than welcome.
Oh, if you were my neighbor, I'd be coming over for some of that. Sounds so good.
Yeah.
Especially when you said you add the mushrooms into it.
Oh yeah, that gives it flavor.
Oh yeah, I love fungus. Fungus is good.
What is?
That's what a mushroom is. It's a fungus.
Oh yeah, yeah. Oh, look, I'm all about like mushrooms, you know, medicinal herbs. I'm really into medicinal herbs and natural remedies and things. I love that stuff.
Yeah.
So, but that's another topic that I could go on for hours about.
And if there's ever a subject that is important to you, you know, send me an email and I'll cover that subject for you.
Okay, cool. I
And
appreciate it.
maybe you could come up on my panel and I'll
Yeah,
promote your channel that way and we could do a collab.
yeah. Sounds good. We'll have to plan something.
I support all creators.
Yeah. I try to too. Like if anybody has a channel, I always try to have them in the chat box or on panel to please let everybody know. And the family, like the Speculating family, they'll come and subscribe to you.
Yeah, and the thing is, right, is I don't ask people for, I just love the work people do. You know, if I love your work, I'll come and show support and give my 2 cents and stuff like that, you know, because that's all my thoughts are is worth is 2 cents.
They're worth more than that. You know that.
I know it's a joke. It's a joke.
Yeah.
So you have a Discord?
I do. I know it's in the Rex Heuermann video. I dropped as the Gabble Drop. So as the Gabble Drops Discord is Toxic Orchids Discord, and you can find documents for like any cases there. I will drop my Discord in the description box.
Your mod already did. Your mod already did.
Okay. Yep. Sarah did. Yeah. So that's our Discord where we hang out and talk.
Okay. So your Discord's very active?
Yeah, they make it active. I have no idea what I'm doing most of the time, but my mods are always in there talking to each other, and I'll pop in when I'm not schooling the kids or cooking or working on stuff and talk. But I do get in there at least, you know, once or twice a day and tell everybody hey and see what's going on and talk and stuff. But yeah, they're very active.
Okay. I'll come in there.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. All right. I'll come pay you guys a visit. Say hello.
Yeah, we would love that.
All right, you take care, and I'm gonna drop down and let you finish off your thing.
Okay. All right. You take care too, and thank you for coming up.
Yes, ma'am.
Have a good night.
You too.
Thanks. Bye. All right, y'all. Thank you for hanging out while we all chit-chatted. And thank you, everybody that came up. Wow, this was a really great live today. You guys all made it so amazing. And I will drop my Discord link in the description box after the live in case anybody else wants to come hang out and talk. Yeah, you guys made everything amazing today. Wow, what a great live we had. Thank you so much. Alejandro. Oh, okay. Thank you for sharing that. Thank you for sharing that, Alejandro. And thank you for being here, love. With that, I'm going to go for the day, and we'll be back tomorrow to continue our discussions on the Madeline Soto case. Again, if y'all want that document, go check out As the Gabble Drops Discord, and I'll put mine in the description box while we listen to our outro song. I'll see y'all tomorrow, or I'll be here tomorrow to talk to y'all, and y'all have the best day ever. Bye.